I'm Vanessa. I'm a professional poker player, and I live in Las Vegas. I've always loved games, and I learned how to play poker when I was 5 years old. 150, okay, I call. And while I was in law school, I turned pro. I'm known for being one of the best poker players in the world. I've won over $4.5 million in poker tournaments during my career, 400. The skills that it takes to be good in poker are really similar to what it takes to be good in Big Brother. You need the math and the logic, being able to read people, not letting them read you, and self-discipline. You have Jack High here. I'm all in. So at Duke, I studied game theory, the study of strategic decision-making. Being a game theorist is going to be a huge advantage, while others might rely on their physical competitiveness. I call. Hey, sis. I'm going to be relying on my high IQ. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? You guys already did your HOH,
yeah?
Who won?
The guy with the visor.
So Big Brother's a game of incomplete information. And from a game theorist perspective, you always want to be the one with the information edge. I'm at an information deficit in the house right now, and I have ground to make up. You guys already had the HOH?
Yeah, we had one.
All right. I'm Vanessa. I'm from Las Vegas, and I'm a DJ. People have preconceptions about poker players, maybe that they're bluffers in real life or manipulators. I want to avoid all that, so just going to keep it simple. I'm a DJ.
25. I'm a digital media consultant, and I am the first transgender person to play. When Audrey makes the announcement that she's transgender, I can't help but just respect her and realize how much courage that must take. I mean, to be the first to come on Big Brother, that's a big deal. So, props, girl. Sit out. All right, I'll sit out. You're sure?
No, it's fine. It's fine, you guys. I'll sit out. No big deal. Being a gambler, I'm all about edges. When Julie says that someone could sit out of the HOH competition, I see the opportunity. So while I don't know exactly what the repercussions will be, I'm willing to take the gamble.
How about the two people that sit out cannot be nominated? Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Who sat out for the first round? All day. Okay, let's do that. That's fair.
All right. Thank you. I'll be a good cheerleader.
There you go.
Later, that's it. If I were a professional gambler, which I am, I would bet on the fact that it's going to mean something good for me.
You get 7 barrels of hay.
Introducing a twist called the BB Fast Forward.
Oh, no.
Davon and Vanessa, as of this moment, your game will fast forward to next week. That's right. You can't be nominated or evicted this week. With you. Just like you, they can't be nominated or evicted. So their games will also fast forward to next week. And with that, my takeover is complete. Good luck.
So I'm gonna go in the hammock room. And I'd love to talk to everyone if you guys want to come in quickly.
Sure.
All right. Being a poker player, I know how to make the best of the cards that are dealt. What I'm trying to do is pick someone who I think is very likely to win HOH the following week and who can promise to keep me safe. I like you.
I like you too.
I totally trust you. I think that my decision's probably going to come down to who I feel can offer me something in return. So it has to be someone who's a strong competitor.
I'm extremely mentally well as well, so if there's any mental challenges, I'm really strong. We've connected already, so obviously I would never put you up.
The only thing I would be concerned with is I don't think anyone's going to put you up this week. I think you're one of the most popular people in the house.
I can help you. You can help me if I ever.
So I would tell you the only reason I might not consider it is just because I feel like you have 0 chance of going home. You're pretty much the most likable guy on earth. There's no way you're the first one going home. There's no way. I want to pick someone who has a different skill set than my own. Since my biggest drawback in the game is physically, I'm looking for someone who brings a lot physically to the table. We have different groups of people we're actually mostly friends with, which is good.
I feel like you could work the side of the girls, and I could work the bromance guys,
Totally,
and that's the separate that comes together.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good combination. Austin.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'm not surprised, but I'm going to act like it. I'm going to be as loyal as I need to be with Vanessa. But if there's somebody else that I should be moving forward with, I'm going to have to part ways.
Vanessa promised to keep Jace safe if he had the numbers. Clearly, he did not.
What's up?
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi there.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Jace.
Thank you. With 12 votes to evict, Jace You are evicted from the Big Brother house.
After Becky and Shelly win HOH, there's new power in the house. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I mean, the last 48 hours have been crazy around here. The biggest target in the house right now seems to be Audrey. It started when Audrey pulled a bunch of people upstairs and tried to peg me as this mastermind of an all-girls alliance. It was really ridiculous.
Vanessa cannot be trusted. I've been trying to build a rapport with Vanessa to figure out where the f she is in this game. She instigated the all-girl alliance, and I've walked in on her talking to Becky.
Yeah, I've seen Becky and her talking.
She has been working hard this whole time. I just want to, like, bring it to your attention. I guess there's, like, a new weird thing going around, like, it's, like, about kind of this girl clique.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. You're being associated with it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's Becky, you, Jackie, Liz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, boo.
No, you're fine. How is it working out good?
Yeah, it's good.
Are you shiny?
Yeah.
Dude, well, I can't even believe that. Like,
Yeah.
That's irritating. Who thinks that? So I can seriously dispel them of this.
That's one of them.
It's definitely disconcerting, to say the least, that several people suspect you are masterminding this thing that, like, you were not a part of at all.
I just want to let you know,
Thank you.
because
Yeah, it's completely... Like, if that were my undoing in this game, it would be mind-boggling. Well, while I have you guys here, this is actually a perfect opportunity to bring something up. Honestly, like, I, like, cried this morning. Like, I was so hurt. You told me, Day was the one who told you that I'm in an all-girls alliance.
You told her that? Let me get this straight. She comes in here and say that you told her that I said that there was an all-girls alliance?
that really did come from Dale.
Never said that. Never said that.
I said what came out of your mouth, yes.
Never said that. I appreciate you coming in here, though.
Look, if you don't trust me, that's fine. I'm glad I know it now. We don't have to pretend to be friends anymore.
You never said that there was an all-girl alliance, and you did not tell a bunch of people that you felt like Vanessa was at the forefront of it.
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Let's rally the troops.
Okay, go for it.
Because you know that's false. But game on. Your has hit the fan point blank and the period.
The last thing I wanted in the world was for Audrey to be the most hated person in the house, but having a big target in the house is good for everyone because it gets us all 1 week further. It's gonna be awesome. John's won the veto. Obviously, he's gonna take himself off the block. I don't want to go up on the block, but I really don't want any of my close allies to go up on the block either. So I need to talk to Shelly and see where her head's at and see if I need to make any moves. Obviously, he's gonna use it on himself.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to make him not. Because I just talked to Becky, and Becky's totally cool with us keeping the nominations the same so that we don't backdoor Audrey this week. We go ahead and get Day out this week, and then the whole house will all be, Audrey will still be the target.
So that's a great plan if it works.
I know.
If you can't convince him not to use it, you need a backup plan, like to maximize the odds of her going out. Any guy could be spun the wrong way. The only guys that would have been okay are now safe. So it has to be a woman. You have Jackie.
I'm not going to do Jackie because she went through that last week. I'm not going to do Becky because she won head of household. She earned it this week.
That's way too dangerous.
Right.
It leaves Meg. Obviously needs to be a really innocuous person.
Right.
So I'm hearing all this hooting and hollering at 5 a.m. in the morning when I'm trying to sleep. And I start thinking, maybe I could plant a seed, maybe smear the truth a little bit, and see if I can get Meg to get on the block instead of Liz.
No!
I need to get Vanessa on board so that we can both go talk to Shelly. If Vanessa and I both go up there, Shelly just might buy this lie of mine.
At night, I can hear them through our walls, and that whole group is talking about flipping on Clay and Shelly. That's what they start whispering about. It's like they're all together. They might save Day unless you put Meg up. She needs to know that. I'll tell her. Yeah, you do, not me. Because we can't lose Liz.
I'm just going to lay down next to you and fall asleep.
Austin tell you anything yet? What you heard last night? What? Austin could hear Day trying to get them to rally to keep her to go after you and Clay. Austin's nervous that it would be like something like Meg, James, Jason.
Hey. So I do have to choose a replacement nominee, and so Meg, if you could please sit up there next to Davon.
Vanessa told Davon she would keep her. Will she stick to that plan? Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
Sadly, I vote to evict the very beautiful Day.
Davon. Thank you, Vanessa. By a vote of 7-2, Davon, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Last house guest is Vanessa. Step on up. And when you're ready, take your shot, Vanessa. Three-way tie. Okay. We are going to a tiebreaker. We have to break the tie between Liz, James, and Vanessa. Oh! 52 it is. Congratulations to Vanessa and Austin. The two of you are the new heads of household.
I can't believe that didn't happen.
cannot believe you got 52. That was probably like dying.
All I can say is this real life? Not only am I head of household right now, alongside Austin, my closest ally in the house, but in the last 24 hours, I uncovered some amazingly powerful information.
You heard that about you? Yeah, I heard it came from Day. She was just like, you know, people have been saying that you have a twin. Okay. And you've been switching in and out, and I'm just like, wow, is it true? If it's true, listen, you can tell me, I'll give you my word. Vanessa, don't tell anyone. That's fine with that. It's true.
I'm freaking out. This is mind-boggling and game-changing and really exciting. Really freaking the out.
My name is... No, my name is Julia. Another J, okay? Okay, good. Nice to meet you.
I trust Vanessa. She's the only person besides Day to tell me that people have been talking that I'm a twin. Hopefully she's willing to work with my sister and I.
Okay, I'll protect you. There's things that you gotta be careful about. Okay. One of you sleeps more than the other one. Okay, yeah. She's goofier and flirtier. Also, you need to eat more. Okay, yeah. Straight up, you're skinnier. I know, why? Yeah. If we get Shelly on our side, which I think we can, because I think Shelly really trusts me. If we make it to week 5, then we'll have that number on our side. Yeah. I almost trust her enough to tell her.
It feels great to finally reveal my true name in the house. A huge weight is lifted off my chest, and I'm finally not living this big lie anymore.
Come in.
Can we lock the door? I have the hugest news.
So now that I know that Liz is really Liz and Julia, I know immediately that we have to pull some other people in order to really be able to protect Liz. Shelly and Clay are the perfect people to do that because they already worked with me to keep Liz off the block.
Liz says to me, she's a twin. Listen, hold on, wait. She knows she can't make it without people backing her, and I said the two most perceptive people in the house are Day and Shelly. You're gonna catch the little details. She is the skinnier one, and she has more roots, and the other one's the more goofy, flirty one.
Yeah. You know what else? She's like right now kind of breaking out a little bit right here. They're going to notice that. What is the other one's name?
I said Julia.
Oh, Julia and Liz. I can't wait to talk to Julia.
No, but they're gonna need help. They have to survive through 5 weeks.
And then what?
And then the second one comes in. That's a number for us, and that's good. okay?
The way that Vanessa and Clay and I are looking at it is we're thinking that's one more number to be on our side. So I really want to be a part of this.
Austin, we need to talk. What's happening? Have you heard the rumors about Liz? Yeah. The twin thing. The twin.
What?
She's a twin. Is she true? Did she tell you that? 100%. Why does it matter she's a twin? Everyone will defend her. That's why it matters.
I'm an idiot.
She's been switching already. You don't even... Bro, get in the game.
Oh my god, I can't imagine to be Austin right now.
Liz and I, we kind of have a good connection. I felt it kind of disappear here and there. Now it all makes sense. I don't know what's going on anymore. I just wish I was a little bit better detective.
Brandon, great. This is gonna give us like a 90% chance to make top 6. I want to make it to get either James, Jeff, or Jason out.
If everyone thinks we're backdooring Audrey, there's no reason why it wouldn't be wide open for us to do it.
We're gonna let them take them.
If Audrey's the third one to walk out the door, that's a big target. Guess who's next? Me. And I can't allow that to happen.
Who's your number one?
Strategically, Jeff.
Jeff is a huge threat in the house. His social game is incredible. I think he's a salesperson. I mean, honestly, he could probably sell ice to an Eskimo. The house may be gunning after Audrey, but at the end of the day, Austin and I need to do what's best for our house.
I can't stand Jeff. He's actually literally the one person in the whole house I don't like. I might just put James right now. I'm almost okay with it if Jeff off and back door James supposed to drop out. So I thought about this. If possible, it's better that I keep the power.
I know.
Because then you can compete next week. And I don't have relationships with these people like you do. So it would hurt me less.
Yeah, I agree. If you do a major backdoor, I can even be like, I didn't see that coming.
Being HOH with Vanessa is amazing. We're on the same page, and now we just need our plans to come to fruition.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay buddy with Jeff. Best buddy, and then
Julia! No, Liz. I can tell. I can tell you the part. Oh my
I can tell.
God. Did your sister tell you? How do we then go and win HOH? Dude, you don't even know the heart attacks that have gone on.
I get back in the house and my two besties are HOHs and I am on cloud 10. My sister and I are safe for another week. We were trying to fool the whole house, but we are rolling with the punches.
Gummy bears! Isn't it exciting? Yo! Okay, good.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you Liz?
You have an outlet. You have a group.
You have
like
people
we're in a group.
You have our word 100%.
Like,
you know that. Like, I'm gonna. Like, we're looking out.
No, your sister should have gave her word that she could speak for you.
We're helping you out.
I'm just literally dying that you guys are HOH. I can breathe.
You can totally breathe. You're fine. Okay, but this is damage control week.
I know.
Okay. They all said that your sister's very skinny. Okay, she has skinny arms. Yes. Okay. So that's a stupid reason to get called out. So we gotta fix that now. No more gummy bears. I'm dead serious. Not even joking. So now that I know that Liz is really Liz and Julia, it's our job to make sure that the rest of the house believes that Liz is just one person. So if we can keep this on the down low, this will give our alliance a huge numbers advantage.
Be called with Clay and then your sister, just 6 cents.
That's good, right?
Yeah. That's so good.
Isn't that good? Yeah.
That's great. Who thinks of that?
Me.
That's really good. Hey, I love it.
6 cents.
You tell me what you think we should do, and then I'll tell you what I think we should do. What do you think?
I mean, I think somehow we should still try to backdoor James or Jeff.
Backdoor them.
Front door them?
Okay.
Tell me.
I think we leave.
You put them up?
I think we put one of them with someone who's going to throw it on my side.
Okay.
And we leave the other one off the block. And then we put 2 punished people on the other side who are good competitors who can win a competition.
So who can I potentially put up?
Meg has to go up on your side. And on my side,
Johnny Mac. Someone has to throw
Johnny Mac has been up like every time.
Okay, now what do I offer him in return?
Right.
Protection, maybe 2 weeks into jury or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Why do we?
We wouldn't want him to go home anyways. He's the greatest person to take deep.
Yeah.
He's never winning.
It's true. Perfect man to see right now.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're the only person in the house that I can actually trust will do it because I know you did it last week. So here's the offer. If you're willing to throw it.
For her, I'm not gonna.
For me, Austin and I will both give you through 1 week into jury.
At least.
No nomination, no backdoor, no vote for eviction.
No more pawn. Okay.
No more pawn ever.
Here we go again. I'm becoming the block veterans, so let's go.
So that means from us 2, you're completely safe through until there's 10 people. Are you okay with that?
We gotta do what we gotta do, right?
The head household is asking you to do something, and by asking, I mean telling you to do something. You just do it.
The first house guest that I have nominated is...
Look at that guy.
The second house guest that I've nominated is... James, I've nominated you. I first want to acknowledge the tremendous maturity you displayed in a lot of tough situations during your reign as head of household. So I know that you will respect this as the game move that it is. John, I've nominated you very similarly, and I want you, Johnny Mac, to do what you do best, which is go out there, crush the competitions, pull yourself off the block. I wish both of you gentlemen the best of luck from the bottom of my heart. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
I finally get to exhale. I get to stay head of household. Good spot. I get to control what's going to happen this week. Of course, I risk getting more blood on my hands, but all in all, I think it's a good spot for me to be in.
Ooh, this is good. This is good. We're good. Jeff thinks we're best bros. Is Jeff or James?
This week, I'm walking a tightrope. The whole house wants Audrey gone, but that's not what's best for me. I want Jeff or James. So what I need is a way to send one of them packing without pissing off the rest of the house.
The only thing that scares me is that one of them is going to survive, and they're both great competitors, and I'm going to have a competitor gunning for me. Hey. Jeff and James, are they on to the fact that I'm anything?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Completely not.
Completely.
Okay.
Who do you want to go home this week?
Yeah.
Jeff or James?
Literally equal. I have to decide which one I want because one involves keeping the noms the same and one involves not. Like, James can win comps, dude. Even like intelligence comps.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, he's good at everything.
Yeah.
And so it's threatening. He's like a 30% chance to win HOH every week.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling the dice big time by letting him go back in the field, knowing that I'm a target, and that's what makes me scared.
Yeah.
I think right now the safest bet for me is just to send James home.
I want to get out of this week with as little blood on my hands as possible. I've been weighing my options, and I think keeping James on the block and leaving the nominations the same is the best way to do it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go for James this week, and we'll get Jeff next week.
Petition is to begin. Best case scenario, Audrey wins and keeps the noms the same. If that doesn't happen, hopefully either myself, Shelly, or Austin will be able to pull out a victory so that the nominees can't pull themselves off the block. Good luck. Audrey needs to recognize that when she comes up to the HOH room, she puts a bigger target on our backs and makes people realize that we're working together. Austin's in the bathroom.
Okay. Like the irony, like I'm the one person he did not want to come out of that box.
I know. Ooh. Everyone needs to think we're gunning for you, but we're obviously trying really hard to make you win. Yeah, we shouldn't get BB17 up here because we're going to try to throw it to you, and I don't want anyone to think we're collaborating. Right now, I want James. I'm never going to put you up.
No, I know that,
95%
but I mean, like, are you sure?
I don't want to have the extra button.
Vanessa, you are up first. Who would you like to challenge?
Audrey. It's round 1. I have to pick Audrey. The rest of the house thinks that I'm trying to backdoor her. In actuality, I'm picking her so I can throw it to her. I don't get it.
Come on, Vanessa, push it real good.
Okay. So I'm throwing myself up against the ropes so that everyone believes that it was actually really hard to move this box.
No, that's right.
Ugh, it's so hard. Are you guys buying this?
Vanessa's court. We just got to make sure that she does the right thing.
You did good, man.
There's always next time.
Austin, what did you just do? You just totally jeopardized all of our plans, and now I'm in a position that I didn't think I was gonna have to be in.
That's okay though, right?
That's great. It's really great. Are you kidding me?
Should I have won it though, or should I let him win it?
Bro, like, I hate to break you, I also have a very high IQ.
Yeah.
And you're never going to try to convince me that you didn't throw that. You know I would have killed you if you did that.
I didn't try to throw it.
Do you? Are you kidding me? You had the one on top, sitting 2 spots.
I swear I didn't try to throw it.
You must think I'm stupid. Like,
didn't
really,
throw
maybe you
it.
think I'm stupid.
I didn't try to throw it.
You're never going to convince me of that,
Vanessa,
ever in a million years.
I didn't try to throw it. I really didn't.
Seriously, let me tell you, I'm pissed.
I
Let me tell you,
didn't
I'm
throw
pissed.
it. I'm not lying. Once it was me and Johnny Mac, I didn't know if I should win it or not, or if I should just let him do it. So I was confused a little bit, but I went for it.
How could you possibly be confused? I could not be more clear. I want to get James out. I want as least blood as possible on my hands. Every in our group heard me say that at least 20 times today.
I know.
And I know you want Jeff out, but guess what? Maybe that's not going to happen now. If you're going to do that to me like that,
oh
you know,
my God,
I don't know.
Vanessa, that's not what happened.
I don't know, man.
I finished James off when I had the chance to beat him. I tried to beat him. I couldn't figure it out.
Okay, yeah, and then Johnny Mac, what do you do? Like, you just like suddenly conveniently forget our entire conversation?
No, I didn't. I was going for the win, and then he just got there right before me. I was going to go on the platform. I did not know he was right there. I'm sorry. It wasn't like that, though. Oh, my God.
It's fine. Honestly, like, seriously, it just pisses me off because it's like I just need one person of count in this game, but like, it's whatever.
Vanessa, I was not trying. I'm telling you, that was not my intention. I wasn't like I was trying to slow down because I didn't want to look like a beast. I was getting afraid that I was doing too well. Everyone's like, oh, he's killing it.
I think I convinced the house that I was trying to beat Johnny Mac in that final round. However, the one person that I need to convince is Vanessa. If she thinks I was throwing this thing, she might start doubting our relationship.
Are you kidding me? When you're fooling some people some of the time, some people all the time, you're not.
I'm not lying to you. Stop.
Like, really?
I'm not lying to you.
Okay, and you're not going to throw things. That doesn't intimidate me or
I'm not trying to intimidate you. I'm telling you the truth. Oh, my God. Like,
dude, how can you have a mature conversation with me like the adult that you are?
Because I can't believe.
Let's just have a conversation. We don't need to scream
Because
over
I hate
voices.
when people don't believe what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I hate when people don't do what we agreed to do. You don't need to throw things around and run around. Honestly, that's just gonna piss me off more. So if you wanna calm me down, I need you to explain to me how you have the sudden memory lapse.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Now what do we want to do?
I mean, I don't know. I obviously have to make a decision.
Clay just came in and told me, Jeff goes, Austin's acting weird. I think he's doing something. We can't work with him. He just threw me under the bus.
Oh, blow him up. You need to call Jeff out. Okay, so go do it. What are you waiting for?
We have to give Vanessa what she needs to put him up.
Has he talked about Clay to you?
Yeah.
Okay, then throw him under the bus with that.
But okay, yeah.
The whole house wants Audrey out, but I need an excuse to put someone else up on the block. Jeff would be the perfect replacement nominee, and now I have all the ammunition I need. It's time for Operation Expose Jeff. We're gonna hit him in every direction so the whole house will understand. This is my chance.
You come here. I just want to know what the hell is true and what's not true.
So this is what's true. Austin, no one is dragging your name through the mud.
You've never said that Austin's a target for you.
No, these are the people that I've stayed.
Have you said Shelly's a target for you?
Have you said that you can't work with Shelly and Clay as a couple? You did, dude. I'm not a liar. Let me tell you. I will put my hand on the Bible.
Put your hand on the Bible.
Are you tripping?
You asked me.
You're gonna say that right? Oh my God, you must be like silly. Don't you dare. And I'm sorry you could have sealed your fate. You want to challenge me? Have fun.
Okay.
Have fun. That's it. You're a liar. Straight up liar. Right to my face. I don't know why he would say that to me. He did, but you want to like make up lies about me? I will put your out on blast. Simple.
You'll have to choose the replacement nominee.
Until recently, this person wasn't even on my radar. Unfortunately, over the last few days, information's come to light and events have unfolded that I simply can't ignore. And Jeff, when you lied to a room full of people at my expense, you took a swing at my integrity, crossing one of those lines for me. So please take a seat. Now that Jeff's up on the block, I know 1,000% that I made the right choice. And now I can sit back and hopefully he goes home.
Of 7 to 4, Jeff, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
So your point is that you're beginning to wonder about Austin?
I just don't trust his...
You know what? I've had moments where he's done things that made me wonder about his trust too.
Because Jackie was also expressing concern to me about Austin. But the point is...
He should have said, is it okay if I go do this so it doesn't harm my relationship? It should have all been out in the open. It shouldn't be going to do it.
I think that we need to be so careful when we're in this room and we're having conversations. When Austin is in the room, we can't verbalize as much information because I don't trust him.
I've always known that Austin can be an emotional player sometimes, but he should have come to the group first and made sure that that was okay before going kind of rogue.
Who am I gonna put on?
Or the solid color chemical that was not shown.
Instead of trying to remember the colors, I'm just gonna remember the first letter of each color, because each color starts with a different letter. So say it goes red, orange, blue, I'm gonna remember R-O-B, Rob. So
Or the first striped chemical shown.
Now that Shelly's out, I need to take this thing down. I need to keep the power of veto in our alliance's control.
Pour the middle chemical of the sequence.
Green, orange, red, purple, yellow, G-O-R-P-Y, Gorpy. I've got this round in the bag.
Which means congratulations, Vanessa! You have won the golden power of veto!
Good job, guys. Oh my God.
Not that much has happened since the last time we spoke, except for I won this guy. I'm over the top happy. It means I now have the power to make some important decisions about who ends up on the block. This is good stuff.
Vanessa, like, are you... I'm just letting you guys talk because we've been talking. And do you guys have anything that y'all want to discuss?
You're an amazing, listen, you're an amazing manipulator. You're amazing, listen, you give an amazing argument. You set up the whole Jeff thing just like as if like there wasn't a plan to get him out. And I'm not gonna try to argue with you about it. They obviously believe you.
You wanna go back to the Jeff thing? Fine. Were you in the room ever when I said repeatedly, I have no reason to put him up? And
yes.
My number one target from the beginning was James. Everyone knew that. I wanted James. I said, y'all want Jeff?
You
Great,
and myself.
Give me a reason.
Yes.
Get it out in the open. If you have a reason, get it in the open and then I'll have a reason. But before that happens, I don't have a reason. And that is not a manipulation.
And
I didn't force Jeff to do what he did to me personally.
And you and myself and Austin were coming up with reasons.
What? Straight up, like, I mean, if you think I'm on your side or ever will be, girl, like, let me tell you what a mistake you've made.
I swear on my life.
Quit swearing on your life and lying, like, dude. I don't know, did you not value your own life? Like, stop. I have decided to use the power of veto on Jason. This is a really unique situation. Audrey didn't participate in the veto meeting, and I think that's the first time in Big Brother history that the replacement nominee actually wasn't there. But I'm pretty sure that what just happened isn't going to derail the plan for the week.
Vanessa has been one of Audrey's best friends in the house, but did the blow-up between them change all that? Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Audrey.
Thank you. with 9 votes to evict plus 1 penalty vote. Audrey, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Run up quickly, please. Liz and Vanessa, here's your song.
I'm feeling kinda lucky. I'm feeling like a smarty. I tumble to my platform first and win this Vegas party.
Vanessa, you rang in first with veto. That is correct. That was Gronk and roll. Liz, step down. Vanessa, pick the next 2 to face off.
Okay.
Quickly, please.
Jackie and Meg.
Play. And Vanessa, here is your song.
I take a breath and look around. I can't believe my eyes. A mountain range of noses reaching for the skies.
Vanessa, you rang in first with veto. That is correct. That was the Nova Scotia competition. Sorry, Clay, step down. Vanessa, please pick the next 2 house guests to face off, keeping in mind that one of them will become the first head of household.
Okay. James and Jackie.
One of you is about to become the second HOH. And here is your song.
Head to head, let's roll around. I'm tired of playing nice. Head to head, I'll flip and flop to land my number on the dice.
Vanessa, you rang in first with veto. That is correct. Gronk and roll was the competition. Congratulations to Vanessa.
I just want to make sure I didn't have to go against you in the end.
Why? You're good.
Being HOH, you get a lot of blood on your hands. That's something I really wanted to avoid this week. But as soon as Jackie won the first HOH spot, I knew I had to win the second one. Bottom line is, I sent Jeff home 2 weeks ago. That was her closest ally in the game, and I know I'm probably one of her top 2 targets.
Yeah, good.
Okay, all right, listen. So, Austin has told Jason that there are 2 twins, and that their names are Liz and Julia.
Today we have Julia. Yesterday we had Liz.
And listen to this, it gets better. So he's told Jason that if people target them, he wants Liz to be saved so that he and Liz can go to jury together.
This is all a bit too much. Wait, hold on a second. I'm digesting. Austin, what are you doing? The whole reason that we're willing to work with these twins in the first place is that when we get the second twin in the house, that's a number on our side. So when you go tell someone it's okay if they target them, that's like selling out your alliance, and I'm not okay with that.
I mean, he's just trying to get her to jury house because he's looking for a piece.
Exactly, and she's gonna find all this out, and how far is that gonna get him?
Exactly.
I mean,
but maybe as far as he wants.
I feel Vanessa in on the same thing.
Get your ass in here. Let's talk about this.
You want to talk.
This is why Austin needs to not make moves without talking to us.
I'm telling you.
Dumb.
He's basically throwing Julia under the bus for his own good, so that he can hook up with Liz.
Why give Jason that ammo? If Jason ever told Liz that, Liz and Julia would turn against Austin.
Oh, exactly.
That's kind of almost what I feel like is what should happen. We'll have to drop that bomb being like, hey, look, we're looking out for the 2 of y'all, and we want to let you know what Austin has done.
Why did Austin do this?
I don't know.
This is a big fork in the road for 6 cents. Do we commit to Austin despite all of the contradictory information we're getting about him, or do we cut him loose and reconsider our allegiances? Is this actually possible? We're going to blow up our alliance right now?
I gotta sleep on this because I think there's like so many important parts of this which were really important information actually.
We have to use it to our advantage.
For sure.
No, honestly, like, I'm telling you, it's way different than the first time, because the first time I was just, like, so overwhelmed, like, and I mean, it's super exciting to hear from Mel, for sure, but beyond that, the game-wise, like, you'll see very quickly, trust me, you're going to understand by the look on my face.
I feel like the weird,
it's extremely,
it's awkward.
Yeah. This week, I'm co-HOH with Jackie, and while I know she has her own agenda, I'm pretty sure we can find some common ground and move forward working together. Between the 2 of us, we should first of all, like, give our words that we don't backdoor each other, and I'll give you my word, like, 1,000,000%.
And we already
on
decided that
yes,
too.
for
So
sure.
we're good. Do it for
We need to think about, like, who we're both okay with going home. Right. So let me hear where your head's at, and then I'll tell you, like, sort of what I was thinking.
Since she did put me up last week, that's kind of an easy win.
Jackie brings up putting Liz on the block, and I decide not to protest it. It would be too obvious that I'm working with Liz if I put up any kind of fight.
The second one I'm kind of questioning that I might put Steve. Maybe. So those are kind of my two that I'm working on.
You just took my nominees out of my mouth.
Me too.
So basically.
Well, she's a threat with Austin too, because it's going to be a threesome. Are you close with them too? Maybe you're close with them.
So here's the thing. My trust is not 100% with them.
So you're okay with either Liz, Austin, or Steve going home?
It's kind of a toss-up.
But if we get rid of Austin now, we'll have the twins come in and we have 2 easy weeks and the house can go after them. 2 kind of.
All right, okay, so I like where we're at. At least we're like kind of on the same page.
I mean, to be honest, I'd like to say HOH, but obviously
you
we'll
want to
figure
say?
that out.
Oh, which I'm fine with. So, I mean, if we can work something out for that,
have
at it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Let me tell you though, as you get ready.
Vegas girls.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is so tight.
I didn't want to be HOH again.
I know. I wanted it. I'm so angry.
Austin has been my closest friend and strategic ally since the beginning of this thing. The possibility of backdooring him is a game changer. To even be considering it, I have to be 100% sure that he is the Judas that I suspect he is.
So, a lot of people have a strong feeling with the twins.
I know, yeah. I know, I've talked to Jason about it.
He asked you?
He asked me about it, yeah.
And?
He was telling me, look, if there are twins, he doesn't even want to target them yet. Right. According to him. I don't know if he's telling me the truth. He wants to basically, I think Julia, I'll just keep one because he likes Liz. He basically said he liked one, didn't like the other. We had a good conversation.
I know he's lying to me about 2 things. First of all, he's not giving me all of the details that he's given to Jason. He's trying to make it sound like he was really vague when he wasn't at all. Second of all, he specifically sold Julia out to Jason, and he's trying to make it sound like Jason was the one to sell Julia out to him, and he just went along with it.
You're gonna do damage to yourself.
If I do what?
If you open your mouth and talk to anyone right now.
I won't.
Trust me, I look out for you.
Okay.
And you gotta just trust me on this one.
Okay.
Don't lie to me ever either. You lie to me, I'm gonna be pissed.
About what?
Just don't lie to me, that's all I'm saying. Don't lie to me. If I ask you questions, make sure you don't lie to me.
I'm not.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Austin just lied to me.
I started questioning Austin in week 3 when he throws the POV to John. From that point, it's pretty much downhill as he's falling in love with Liz and his judgment's clouded. He's no longer making great decisions. He's starting to think emotionally. And the breaking point is now he's lying blatantly to my face.
Why did Austin have to lie to me? Why?
So I'm obviously freaking out because she's gonna put us up.
There's nothing I can say.
I know.
She knows. She assumes you guys are twins. Yeah. But I'm telling you, you are not going out, okay? I want to tell you something. Shelly and Clay obviously know about it. Plan was they wanted to tell you at the end of the week, but I'm telling you, you need to listen to me over him. I know. Because I'm telling you that he's not thinking very clearly. He wants to make sure he gets to jury with Liz at all costs. So let me ask you this. Is your sister, does she like him though, actually? She actually really does.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Are you the type of person, if I tell you something, are you gonna freak out and go get mad at Austin? Or are you gonna keep that together and not tell?
Keep it 100% together.
You swear?
I 100% swear.
Okay. So last night I get pulled into the bathroom by Jason of all people. Jason says Austin came to him. The twins are real. He told him the twins are real. He told me your name, Julia. Hold on, wait. He told him everything. Hold on. He told him how he's been catching you guys up on back and forth. And then this is the kicker. He says, I really like Liz. I don't care if you target Julia. How do you do that? Like, first of all, are you stupid? If you actually like Liz, how do you think she's gonna feel? Is anyone else in here? No? Okay, good.
Just your favorites.
Okay, guys. So I asked Austin point blank. I go, you know, everyone like really knows about the twins. And he's like, yeah, he's like, Jason asked me about it. And I was like, what'd you tell him? He completely lied to my face, 100%. He's like, you lie to me and get caught?
It's over.
I don't trust him. He's not working with me. Like, that's it.
There's always kind of been 2 factions within Sixth Sense. Liston and there's Clelly. I knew there would come a time where I was gonna have to pick one side or the other. Clelly has proven loyal, while Liston has shown some cracks in the foundation with Austin's lack of loyalty, so I'm swinging over to the Clelly side of things to best poise ourselves moving forward at Austin's expense.
The problem is he has so much information about us, especially me because I was HOH with him.
I mean, you've got more on him than he does on you.
Is that Jackie?
Hey guys.
She wants to stay in power. I'm fine to not.
If you'd pick somebody to go home, who would you want to go home this week?
Either Austin or Liz.
The other side of things is, am I going to put up?
I know, it's so tricky.
We need to have people who are going to be good competitors who are going to for sure win.
If I went up with Becky,
it would be like the risk that could get you super far, because no one's going to ever suspect then that we're working together. And you guys act pissed at me. It's actually good for you, because imagine that you're never going to get a safer spot to get put up, and someone's going to put you up.
Becky.
There we go. That way we're all united together.
This is great. We've got Clay on board to be nominated. Now we just need Becky to agree to go up beside him, and we need both of them to win Battle of the Block.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
For reals? Okay. So I was like, I can't put her up unless she agrees.
With Clay and Becky ready to go up on my side to win Battle of the Block, it's time to recruit a pawn next to Liz and throw the competition.
Okay, so here's the deal. I know people think that I'm working with Austin and Liz. Quite frankly, I was very loyal to them until Austin betrayed me. And everybody knows I'm not like liars. So Jackie sits me down, we talk about like who her targets are, you know, and we realize that like it's very likely that there are twins. Obviously their #1 ally is Austin.
Yep.
It would be best to have Austin go home first and then the twins.
Right.
At least a really big target in the house, which is great for everyone.
Exactly.
So how do we maximize the odds of this occurring? Well, Austin's obviously a much better backdoor target. Austin has no idea this is going down, and he can't know until the last second, obviously. She has a reason to put the twins up.
And it's easy. You put me up, I put you up. Done. And she's never been on the block, so.
Right. We got Clay to volunteer. Yep. To go up on my side, alongside Becky. Right. Extremely strong competitors.
Strong.
So we need someone on your side to throw it with Liz.
If you guys are okay with it.
That just stresses me. I said I would never throw anything in this game.
I know.
So, like, I would be... But I get it. I get the concept.
And,
like,
and
it's very
it's
smart.
foolproof.
Right. It's foolproof.
James, didn't you put up Jackie? That would be a reason that would look like a real reason.
Sorry, James, but a pawn for a pawn, sir.
What Shelley and Clay put on the table is they said they'd be willing for a final 8 deal. With the 8 of us, we'll get those 3 out, and then we'll go from there. And that's the plan. And we're all
see that. That's pretty much what we already have now.
I'm absolutely in for all that.
Remember, Austin can't know about the throwing. No. Okay? But I just want to say, here, I'm going to shake your hand, straight up, you have my word. Like, this is 100% the plan, and it's 100% the plan. You guys got to be on board, so, we're final 8, all right?
The best part of the plan is that Jackie has agreed to remain in power, allowing me to be dethroned, so she's going to get all the blood in her hands for backdooring Austin, not me.
You guys should think of a name.
Can we be Dark Moon?
Dark Moon? Oh my god, that's so good.
Dark Moon?
I would even get, a Dark Moon tattoo after this is over.
No, it's badass.
Good. What's up? She's not putting you up. 100%. Yeah. She is putting Liz up. There's no way around it. Yeah. There's not a thing to do. But
okay.
And her backdoor target's Steve.
That's not bad.
My plan to backdoor Austin is in motion, but there's one more piece of the puzzle: feeding Austin a creative story about why some of our alliance members are going on the block.
And I'm gonna get one of Shelley and Clay to volunteer to go up, because if I don't, it's extremely shady. I gotta put one of them up because they haven't been on the block yet. But more likely Clay, because quite frankly, he's got to go up on the block at least once, and it's better that he does it under my reign, where I can control nomination of who's next to him. So I'm thinking Becky. I could put Becky up as Becky's my target, and I would put up a Clay or whatever.
They're gonna win.
Who?
Becky and Clay. I would think Becky and Clay would win that. Yeah,
but, should be. I can't rig anything with her. If I rig it with her, she knows I rigged something.
Right.
We're not able to rig anything.
Right. Why won't she just put Steve straight up?
Because if she puts Steve up with Liz,
and they win,
and one of them wins and pulls off, who's she gonna put up?
Right. And that's why the hero in me wants to be oh, I'll go up and throw it on the other side for her.
But that's stupid.
It's stupid though. I know. I can't do that.
You, Clay, and you, Becky. I tried to be as fair as possible,
Clay, you have yet to win an HOH or to be put on the block, so it's strictly a game decision. Becky, I know you have the maturity to respect this for the game move that it is. I truly wish you both the best of luck in the BOB. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
So you know this situation?
I don't know if I could really trust Jackie, but I really trust Vanessa, and, you know, if she's telling me I'm not the target, I believe her.
Ride or die. Ride or die. I love you guys, all right?
I like Julia. I actually really like her, and I want her to feel okay about being on the block and know that she's not the target, but it's also gameplay. At the end of the day, once Austin's out of here, I want to make sure that I'm the person that she and her sister trust the most.
Guys, like, I adore you. Honestly, I hope we get to the end together. I really, really do. It's the best case scenario for him to be up there, though. This is get it out of the way. No one can say he hasn't been on the block. This is the safest way ever for him to be on the block.
And he's
ever.
gonna win. It's a guarantee.
You understand? Like, it's the best case scenario.
I've done everything I can to make sure I get dethroned this week and ensure that Clay and Becky get off the block. But if by some miracle Liz is able to pull off a win all by herself, I'm going to be taking a swan dive off the top of a building into a pool of blood.
You did all the work.
Oh my God. We had this almost perfect plan. All the pieces were in place, everything was set up, and then the BOB happened and...
Oh, mince alors, 18 vraiment, hein? Oh. All right, it's gonna be a bloodbath again.
Remaining HOH was the last thing I wanted to do this week. The plan was to backdoor Austin, but never in a million years did I think that I was gonna have to be the one to do it.
Great. Well, obviously, we're sticking to the plan, but it's just gonna... I have to take another fat and blood again. Here we go. Vanessa's bloodbath continues. God.
It was worth getting paint on me, though. That was fun.
Weird is going on. She swears James threw it. She's like, he wouldn't help me at all. He was going super slow. And like, he's mad. He's upside down. Seriously upset he won.
What?
He's upset he won. Everyone's quiet. They're all so upset.
Because Becky and Claire are still on the block. That's why.
I think so. There's not some
100%
conspiracy.
That's why.
This is a delicate situation because Austin still thinks we're working together. The thing is, we're not.
Look, everyone's connected to Becky and Clay in the house, so everyone's freaking out.
I'm just wondering if they were trying to set Liz up or something.
I don't think so.
She feels like it. You guys talk later or something. Yeah. Well, you'll be up here. I'm trying to read James too.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. Mm-hmm. He's so upset.
Really?
It's been ridiculous.
Liz.
Liz getting picked for the veto competition worries me. I mean, right now, she's not in on the plan to backdoor Austin, and her getting picked is risky because she might decide to play really hard, win the POV, and keep the nominations the same. Big Brother will inform us when the competition is to begin. Good luck. So my concern is, and the reason I wanted to talk to you guys is like, okay, there's two ways about we can go about this. Either we can go forward with Liz totally in the dark. When she finds out about the Austin was the real backdoor plan, I'm getting nervous that now she's gonna get really mad. I'm not trying to do her dirty. And when I say her, I mean there's two of hers. The other option is, do we go to them first so that they know the plan, but at least they know what's going on?
She will either go to him and say, what the hell, you've betrayed me, or what the hell, they're trying to backdoor.
She won't keep it quiet, that's for damn
What the hell, you betrayed me, I'm not so scared of, because that's the truth. And he's going up now no matter what.
That's why I think you wait until after POV, you don't tell her before, because you never know how she's gonna respond and what's gonna happen. You wait until the competition is over.
I'm really happy that Clay managed to win the POV. Now he gets to pull himself off the block. One of my closest alliance members is safe, and Liz didn't win, which means there's no possibility of noms staying the same. The plan to backdoor Austin is in full motion. I've been dying to tell Liz about the plan to backdoor Austin, but now that the POV is over and the plan is a real possibility, I finally can. I have no idea if Liz's feelings for Austin are real. I'm just hoping this doesn't blow up in my face.
We're stuck alone. We have to talk alone without Austin. Liz, this has been so brutal over the last few days for me. Like, if you're wondering why the I'm breaking out, so like, just get your makeup done, don't act weird around him, and get up here when you can, and we need to talk 100% alone, okay? Wait, what's wrong?
What is wrong? What does that look on your face?
Nothing. I'm just in a really, like, I'm
I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Okay. Unfortunately, you are. So here's what went down. 3 nights ago, Shelly gets pulled into the bathroom by Jason and Meg. I happen to walk by the bathroom and Shelly's like, Vanessa, come here, you won't believe this.
Austin has told Jason that there are 2 twins.
He knows
their
they're
names are Liz and Julia.
Did you know he was going to do that?
I knew he was going to do that.
Oh, you knew he was going to tell Jason?
He made it seem like to me that he was doing it as insurance. If Jason wins HOH, I just want to make sure that you guys will be safe. So I want to tell him a little bit,
okay, but listen so you know. He made a deal with Jason. The deal was Jason and everyone can gun for Julia as long as they didn't put you or him home this week. So after this conversation, we realized how much we can't trust Austin to look out for you too. He's not. He's looking out for you like to get you to jury house to get some ass. That's literally what it is. Like, how can that mean more than $500,000? Let me tell you, you must have some golden ass, is all I can say. Because what is going, like, how is you got? All right, so do you want to go get Austin?
What are you going to tell him though, Vanessa?
Oh, don't you worry. I can handle it. I don't want to blindside Austin by backdooring him. I owe him at least the benefit of the doubt. I'm giving him the opportunity to come up here and explain himself.
You go upstairs. Vanessa wants to talk to you.
Okay, what's up?
Let me tell you how much your back is against the wall. You don't even know the half of it, Austin. Liz has the biggest target on her because she's in a showmance and she's in a twinmance. She's like target of the year.
I'm telling you right now, I'm an emotional guy. I'm falling in love with a girl.
Then why would you sell her sister out to Jason?
I thought what I was saying was going to separate it all in people's minds. I thought I was making a good plan. I thought it was an insurance policy. And I gave him a little bit of information, and that's it.
It was like such a terrible decision. He's not trustworthy. Like, this is Big Brother, dude. This is not like, these are not your friends.
I believed him. I believed that I could trust him. I believed that he wanted me to open up to him. I was struggling with it emotionally.
Okay, let me tell you who you could trust in this game.
I know.
It was me.
I know.
That was it.
Please, we've been through this since day one.
I'm telling you, like, actually, like, you have no idea how much it actually hurt me. I, like, trusted you like a friend, dude. I was like a friend to you.
This is not the game. No, you are a friend to me. This was, I was trying to help us, honestly. No, I'm not. Vanessa, I messed up.
I'm the one that gave you the fast forward. I'm the one who took all the blood on my hands when we were both HOH. I'm the one that forgave you for throwing the POV.
Are you gonna put me up?
Well, it's a very real possibility.
Oh my God, Vanessa, please. I have a number for you. I would never vote against you. I would never evict you. I would never put you up in the this could never happen. I could never do that to you, ever. I was scared. I was scared and I made the wrong decision. That's it. I would never go against you in this game, though. I will do anything, anything, anything.
I actually do think you're a good guy, and I actually do think you're just an idiot who fell in love and made a dumb-ass and emotional move.
What can I do?
I gave my word. That's the problem.
To who?
I gave my word to all of them. The whole house.
You put me up.
That I would do that.
No, you're not.
I gave my word. I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. I don't know.
I will sacrifice myself for you here.
All right.
But don't be the one that does it. Don't be the one that does it to me.
All right, well, just go figure it out with Shelly and Clay.
Okay.
If you can figure it out with them, then obviously I'll listen.
I just hope you really.
Okay.
If we go with the original plan and we send Austin home, we lose a number and a fighter.
If I don't backdoor Austin at this point, I'm taking a giant, unnecessary bath in blood. The three of us are really in a similar position because if we go through with this backdoor Austin thing, really, we're not a target from anyone next week. So what are we worried about?
The odds are better if Austin stays with us.
But my numbers are worse. Just try to close your eyes and pretend you're me for 5 seconds. Like, what am I gonna say to them? Unless you guys are willing to stand up and say, okay, we're drawing a line in the sand, like, well, let's all do this, I'll do it if we do that. But without that, it's just me.
Like, I get you're worried about being a target, however, I think there's bigger targets than you, even if you do this. Austin's always gonna be a target.
It doesn't feel right. I'm stabbing them in the back, for sure.
So the options are, it's either gonna be a big blow up or we lose a number, a fighter. Those are our options.
Oh, you're not, trust me, you don't have to convince me that having Austin stay is a good idea.
If I decide not to backdoor Austin, my options are extremely limited with who could go up next to Becky.
Are you totally against putting in Jackie? That's a no-go for sure. So it's either...
Unless I can see that Jackie has personally betrayed me, I can't go against my word.
Yeah,
I feel wrong about that.
I think that move is way too dangerous.
But Jason's the smarter one. He's the way brains of the operation. Getting rid of him is extremely smart. Let me tell you, without him, they crumble, and that's a fact. He's their only smart strategic player.
But...
Meg does TV hosting. James is into chicks. Jason is single-handedly holding that together.
So, it's between Jason and Austin.
It's gonna be blood, 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 blood from here on out.
I'm like waiting for like the sky to part and the answer to present itself. It's okay. Like honestly, I'm terrified. Like I don't know what to make moves. I'm so torn.
I've been as careful as I can be for as long as possible to keep my options open in this game. But it's no longer possible. I have to make a choice, one side or the other.
This was hands down the most difficult decision I've had to make in the game yet. Partly because I adore this person. They are someone on the outside of this house that I know I'd be friends with. They have a great sense of humor, a beautiful heart, and they're an all-around great individual. And with that said, Jason, take a seat.
Adore Jason. He's a good person, and to see the look of defeat in his eyes, like I'm feeling overwhelming, like terrible emotions. But I did what was good for my game, and it's just becoming clear to me what the cost is.
Come in.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm trying really hard to not be personal, okay? Just bear with me.
Okay.
Vanessa, I'm just sorry. I'm like so hurt today. I was so excited to work with you, Vanessa, and now I feel like a very dumb girl.
What happened was, when what went down, and I accidentally remained in power, people took advantage of that to make the move that they really wanted to do.
Did they know about this before?
Obviously. Shelly and Clay must feel threatened.
Right.
For some reason. If you think I would do this by myself.
I know.
What a dumbass move that would be. And if they try to pretend like they didn't know, like that's actually gonna piss me off.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool to me. Because they knew that I'm the one in the line of fire here for doing this, and I would never have done it if it weren't something that everybody wanted.
Well, which no one admits, just so you know.
Okay, so then they're all lying. Yeah. That's all I could tell you. They're
like,
lying. Straight
flat
up.
out lying.
Flat out lying to you.
Yeah.
That's good for me to know.
If Shelly and Clay are trying to deny the fact that they knew Jason was going to be the replacement nominee, that puts a huge target on my back. And it also ignites a little spark of doubt in my mind about whether or not I can fully trust them.
Make the best move we can make with the information we have. Hey.
Honestly, I'm realizing that this thing happening, like people are coming and asking you, and you're able to give people extremely compelling arguments and reasons.
I was like, if you think I would do this move by myself, you must think I'm nuts. I wouldn't do this move by myself. So I didn't say names, but I'm saying everyone.
That you're telling everyone that the whole house is on board, and the only people that they're asking about, because the only people that they're suspecting that you would have talked to about it is the two of us.
I recognize that was a risk, and you guys need to recognize that's the risk that we took in this move. We drew a line in the sand.
This is the thing that I'm concerned about right now. The only people who now have a target for having been in on this and not saying anything is us.
And I'm lumped in with that, just so you know,
Not
obviously.
really, though, because people are now going to come for us before you.
No, and I guarantee you I'm the first to go on the block. It's a fact. Like, if you think that that's not possible, you must think that, like, I have magical powers.
Of 7-2, Jason, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
During my reign as HOH last week, I blindsided Jason, and his allies probably blame me. So James, Meg, and Jackie can't win, because if they do, I'm almost sure that I'll end up on the block.
Oh my goodness. No nominations, no back door for me or Clay.
When Shelly makes a deal for her safety and Clay's safety, but totally neglects to include me, It shows me that I was really down on their totem pole of importance.
Got it, James?
I promise.
No back door,
No
no
back door.
nomination for me or Clay.
Odds in our favor. Worst case scenario, I go home. James winning HOH is terrible for me. I've put him on the block before, and I sent home 2 of his closest allies in Jeff and Jason. It makes me a little nervous about who his nominations are going to be. You can only worry about what you can control. James won the HOH, and I'm terrified because someone's gonna have to pay for what happened last week. And now that Shelly and Clay are safe because Shelly made a deal for them, I'm the most likely candidate to take the blame. I'm going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat to stay off the block this week. Okay, so basically I dropped the ball last week. I know that. I did it, but it was the house wanting it, and everyone knew it was gonna be a reorganization after that. It was more of a house decision. I actually had nothing personal against him.
Right.
It was everyone else did have personal things. In your shoes, I would think about this. Probably considering what happened last week, it would be smarter for you to make a big move, which is gonna reshape the way things are in the house.
Yeah.
You know, everyone knows I trust Shelly and Clay. Shelly's up there with you, and who should make a deal for? Clay. So what's that indicate to you on the third wheel?
If I wanted one of them to go home, would you be against it?
If you have to go after someone and it's my friend or something like that, and it's the right game move for you, it's not personal. That's game. James insinuates that he wants to go after Clelly. Any other week, maybe I could do something to try to save my allies, but this week, I'm so vulnerable, I have to look out for myself. I'm not in a position, personally, I'm just a one-person trying to make it in this game.
No, I understand
I'm
that.
similar to you, so like, I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Like, but whatever direction you go, I'm willing to say that I'll be supportive. As far as like a deal, what I could offer, if you don't put me up, if I'm HOH before final 7, you can also exclude one person from being put up on the block by me, in addition to yourself.
It's a good deal.
Vanessa's a straight shooter. She's never lied to me that I know of. This would be so dumb of me not to take this safety. She's won 2 HOHs, and the way she's going, she could possibly win a 3rd one, and I need this.
You got to make the tough decision about which side you trust, kind of thing. You got to go with your gut.
Oh,
Figure out who you trust more. Throwing me under the bus was not only a bad personal move since I'm their friend, but it was a bad game move. If Shelly and Clay have any hope of surviving the week together, they're gonna need me.
You're the only person that I want to be with right now. I don't want anyone to come talk to us.
I know you're talking about it.
Listen, I want you to know I'm loyal to Ben. And why is she acting like she's me, though? Like, what the f? I didn't do anything. Like, what the f? So how do you not even, like, give me a hug? Like, and I'm like, I'm undying.
Listen, we're the one on the block,
because
Vanessa.
I understand that, but you understand everything, guys. And I'm in the middle of saying that, and you walk away pissed at me. Like, it makes me feel like...
Because what is he talking about?
I don't know. What the f? You think he tell me? You think of all people he's gonna tell me? I don't know. We took a risk last week, and I know we did, and the odds didn't work out, and that's that.
We put our asses on the line for Austin to stay in this game, and he's up there sitting pretty, and you're around there believing that he doesn't want to win. You're putting Austin way higher than you should be. And look at me. I'm going to do whatever the hell I can if that means it. I mean, Vanessa.
Listen, in doing that, you're gonna hurt my game, and you're gonna hurt your own game.
Your decision last week has already hurt our game because we're on the block.
My decision.
Mine?
This was out. And if you insinuate that it's mine, honestly, that's... You want to start a fight with me, fine. But let me tell you, you know, there's 3 of us.
Please stop it. Sit down.
Like I'm telling you.
Vanessa, stop.
You're gonna take your most loyal person and turn him against you. Like, honestly.
I'm not. Can we all keep our voices down?
I need time. I just can't stand people. People in general, just people. It's because of your decision, but I'm Jason. And I'm like, listen to me. Snakes, that's all I want to say because it's not my
decision. It was hours. And if they went in, I'm such a good person, I don't even put the blame on them alone. I take equal responsibility.
But they were, right?
Of course. And do you know how infuriating it is to have it try to be pinned on you?
They're blaming it on you, and we're smarter than that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care. That's the reason why I put them up on the block right there. They will do anything they can to pin stuff off of them.
I didn't even try to shift it to them. I said I took responsibility along with the rest of the people that decided that it was a better option. Like, just on me like that right there was brutal.
I'm so sorry. Vanessa, you know I have your back.
I want to believe that, but I understand it's difficult. I know it's a tough spot. Should one of you leave, you have me still. I'm gonna need you so much. I know. Listen. It's like, why couldn't you just waited one more week? I need y'all so much. You have no idea how much I need you right now. I'm undyingly loyal, but I'm also not a doormat. It needs to be a two-way street. I could see it in her eyes. She understood where I was coming from, and I'm willing to let it go, and maybe our alliance can survive the week.
It's just so early to lose each other. It's just so early.
Vanessa.
Being picked to play in the veto competition is complicated for me. If I lose, I could be the backdoor replacement nominee and maybe go home this week. But if I win the POV and use it on Shelly or Clay, I risk pissing off the house. Shelly and Clay, two of my closest allies, are on the block. Even though I don't know what I would do with the POV if I won it, I have to try to win. Because my own butt's on the line as a backdoor candidate.
Vanessa, you scored a 0.
I feel terrible right now. Like, I really do care about both Shelly and Clay, and I can't imagine how they must feel. But this is a critical moment in the game. My personal preference is to keep Shelly. I think our alliance has the best shot of sticking together if Shelly is the remaining Cloudy member.
Whatever I had.
I'm pissed and disappointed that Shelly and Clay sold the Sixth Sense Alliance out to James, but as I watched the pieces of Sixth Sense crumbling all around me, I realized right now, priority number 1 is to mend fences so my own game doesn't go down the drain this week.
Do they know? James told them. Yeah. They said, do you know? You and Clay went to James and told him all kinds of stuff about us. Among those things, that there was an alliance. He said you guys told him about alliances. No, we did not. Well, that's what he's implying. Clay and I definitely did not say that. Okay, good. Well, I said that Austin changed the nominee at the last minute to put James up. Obviously, I do not want to campaign against Clay. But if I'm on y'all's side, I am a better player. I am a better strategic thinker. You don't need to campaign. I'll do it for you. Don't do it. It'll make you look terrible. Yeah. I'm looking out for you. Thank you. I owe you.
We have a long history of working together, all of us, and I would hate to throw it out and like make James game for him right here.
Right. Exactly.
Like, why do that?
While this may be a moment of crisis for Sixth Sense, if we're able to let bygones be bygones, we could be stronger than ever moving forward, and the 5 of us could continue to operate as a really strong alliance.
We're gonna be even closer and stronger, and we're gonna just move forward. That's what you have to do in this game.
Knowing where they're voting tomorrow, is everybody kind of like, they're still up in the air? I mean, really, the only thing I ask is we get Shelly out.
You know I'm on board with you, and I just want to make sure, though, because I have all these concerns, and we should be able to talk about all of this. Just have it all out here, you know?
Yeah.
It's important that James thinks we're all on the same page this week, but we need to campaign to James right now to keep Shelly over Clay.
I mean, look, I have to ensure my own survival above all else.
But if we stick together, it don't matter.
Game-wise, Shelly's a bigger threat than Clay.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this, I'm equally close to both. I think
we are too.
We just need to agree who we're voting for this week.
I mean, I don't think it really matters if the target is the other one for the following week.
If the target's going to be the other one,
it doesn't matter.
There's nothing more wrathful than a scornful of a woman, okay?
Ooh.
So,
damn,
and trust me, I know. You piss a woman off, it's more reasonable to reason with a guy than a woman.
That's so true.
I would hate for people to feel pressured to do something that's not best for them.
You know, obviously Shelly wants to be here to fight to win. You know, if Clay wants to go home, obviously he wants to go home this week. Send his ass home next week.
Yep. Yeah.
What's one more week?
Clay wants to keep Shelly here because she's gonna win the game, not him.
Exactly.
Like, if someone doesn't want to be here, in my book, like,
Then it's easier.
But for me, why would I ever want to keep the person that's like fighting so hard to be here?
Then you don't like the argument about keeping the bigger target in the game, which is a bigger shield for everyone.
But wait a minute. I mean, you played in order for Shelly to go home.
I saw Shelly more as a threat than Clay.
Right.
So I've been questioning Vanessa and her game for a while now. She already dropped the ball with me when she sent Jeff home randomly. She randomly sent home Jason. If Vanessa wants Shelly to stay this week, then that means she's not planning on sending Shelly home at all.
Vanessa originally spearheaded the charge to keep Shelly in the house, but is that still her plan? Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Julie, love the shades.
Thank you. Please cast your vote to evict.
Sadly, I vote to evict Clay.
Thank you. A vote of 9-0. Clay, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that sucked. After Clay went out this week, Sixth Sense is down to 5 players, and I feel like I'm a possible target if Jackie, Meg, or Becky win, and scared of that.
We're gonna send you home. I'll do that, but it's not the best thing for my game for you to go. Why? Because I feel like Vanessa is in Shelly's head.
I've been observing Vanessa, and I see that every time there's a blow up, she's involved with it. I'm on to her, and I want to put a stop to it. Vanessa's been on my side for a while now, and I feel loyalty to her. So I felt the need to make sure that she talks to Johnny Mac and clears the air and make sure that everything's good on their side.
I went up to Johnny Mac because James is telling him that you're in Shelly's head and that you are going up to Johnny Mac.
I'm going after Johnny Mac.
James is telling Johnny Mac. Just that way.
Why did I do that?
Just let him know.
Hey, James, can I talk to you alone for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have something against me personally?
No.
Okay, well, because it's gotten back to me that you're throwing my name out there, and I really don't know why. Like, I've said how I was going to vote. I honestly care less which one goes home.
Right.
I'm just doing because Clay asked me to.
Right.
Do you have a problem with that?
No, I don't. I just told everybody a minute ago that that was the whole objective, just to split them up.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay, but then why would you go tell Johnny Mac that I'm in Shelly's head and that he needs to vote her out because something to do with me?
I didn't. I swear. I swear on my little girl, I didn't.
So you didn't just go tell Johnny Mac?
No, I did not.
What? Who the is lying here?
Vanessa, I have not lied to you about anything, and I swear to God, I would not put that on my little girl.
I know you wouldn't.
We need to get down to the bottom of that, because I would like to confront that person.
Well, Clay told me that. Clay told me Johnny Mac told him that.
That pisses me off, Vanessa.
That actually pisses me off. Like, I don't understand.
I swear I'm not gonna call your name out, but I'm just gonna tell Clay to keep my name out of his mouth. Yeah, put my name in people's mouths.
I've got time for you.
Okay, so it's really easy to figure out. Okay, Johnny said James didn't say that.
Say what?
Okay, you told me that Johnny told you that James came to him and said, Vanessa's in Shelly's ear and they're both gunning for you. And that is the reason that he needs to vote out Shelly.
I said that you are in Shelly's head.
Right, and that we're gunning for Johnny Mac.
No, that you're going to target him.
Yeah.
Then who told you that?
I came up with that.
You came up with that?
Yeah.
It sounds like it came from you, Clay. And if you think you're going to one-up me on this one, this is not cool, dude. I've had your back 1,000,000%. Let me tell you how not cool this is. I can see through this. I mean, this is like very obvious to me.
Vanessa.
Was it Clay who said it?
I said it.
You actually think I'm gunning for you and I'm in Shelly's head? Based on what?
It's just the way things are coming together in my head because no one tells me any information around here.
You and I both know you didn't come up with that on your own. That's not possible.
I did.
It's not possible. I don't believe it. And where'd you come up with that it came from James?
Maybe I assumed that then. I don't know.
Just seems like you're lying. I'm telling you straight up, it seems like you're lying. It actually does. It seems like you're lying.
Okay, I'm lying.
I'm telling you, it seems like you are, and I don't understand. Like, why would you do this?
I'm telling you right now that I've never lied to you. I'm not lying to you.
But why? Like, I don't understand.
I don't know.
Like, I don't understand. He's lying, dude. He's lying. I'm telling you plain as day. He's lying, and I don't know why. Like, why would you do this?
I take 100% of my lying, but I'm not going to explain myself. I already told you the truth. That's it.
Clay.
What? I'm not going to sit here and plead like that I'm not lying when I'm not.
I
I'm so honestly confused.
Here comes Vanessa, raised voice and waterfall down her face. Like, here we go again. This is nothing new. This is like the 6th time this has happened.
Like, man, like what the, why?
What just happened?
Clay came to me and said that James told Johnny Mac that I'm in your ear and we're both gunning for Johnny. James's argument was to vote you out.
That you were gunning for John?
Correct.
Clay wouldn't make that up because Clay would not make that up to say that to John.
But Clay said it to me. I have no earthly idea what this whole thing is about and why I was dragged into it. What I think really is happening, I think Clay must have said it to Johnny, and I think Johnny's backing Clay up and trying to say he made it up out of his own head. Clay, like, I've been playing this game with, like, in the house with you for 50 days now. You don't do things for no reason. That makes no sense. Like, you're not insane. Like, why would you just do something out of left field to stir up drama? That's not you.
They're not gonna give you the answer you want.
That is the answer you want. You're looking for more when there's nothing more.
I know what the more is, Clay. I'm a smart girl, and you know that. I know exactly why you did it. And if you think I'm not gonna put the truth out there, then dude, you're wrong.
Okay.
You're either gay lovers or you're related. Like, that's the only thing that makes any damn sense to me.
She threw your names under the bus. I know. She did this crying bull that she does every time. She's too emotional. It sent Jeff home. Ended up sending Audrey home. It sent Jason home.
It did send Jason.
It's sending one of you home. It's sending me home. Shelly, she's good. None of this has been on her. None of it. No. She's gonna take out us and to save herself. Every time.
Proceed with caution.
Kind of worried about Vanessa because she has put Becky up on the block before and Becky almost went home that week. That's kind of scary to me because she's like the mom of our alliance.
Who do you think Becky would target?
Steve, maybe she's already put him up and he's an outsider. Maybe he'll be the pawn.
You know what, Vanessa? We ran the show for 4 weeks. Now it's their turn. They ran it last week and they're in there squealing because Becky's got it.
But Becky's not necessarily with them.
I'm pretty sure she flipped. That was pretty obvious.
As long as we're not on the block together, it's okay.
With Becky as HOH, I feel like I'm at risk. She's really a wild card in this thing. She's not much of a strategist or gamer, and we don't really speak the same language in this thing. It makes me nervous. Oh my God.
What? Oh my God! Oh my God! What gave it? Come on! What gave it?
The taste?
That amazing smell! Oh my God! What the hell is that?
That disinfectant. That just happened.
What the hell? It's gonna be Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. Sneaky.
Yeah. Done. Good. Like you guys say, Shelly's gotta go. Shelly's gotta go. She'll eat that up like candy.
Like candy.
She's pissed enough people off.
It's true.
That's why she's so paranoid. That's why she's so stressed. It's because she has gone after James. She has changed her target, flipped Jeff and sent Jeff home. She has sent Jason home. She f***ed us all over in this room.
Did you even hear the whole thing?
Oh, I heard the whole entire thing. I was on the other side of the have-not door. I mean, when that fight took place, it's all I need. I honestly feel safer with Shelly in the house than Vanessa. Oh, I do too.
Even though I know Shelly be coming after me, I really want to get Vanessa out this house. She's a chameleon in the grass, snake in the grass. Vanessa, you gotta go.
But this is the deal. I need this from you. We do not say the V word.
No, never.
Oh, yeah, never.
Even to one another.
I just want to let you know, like, with Clay and Shelly being on their way out. In terms of this, like, we've been good. Like, you know, I've had 2 HOHs, now you've had 2. Yeah. Obviously, you know, like, how good I am for my word. Like, when we make a deal, I will get blood on my hands. I will do whatever it takes, like, to keep my word in deals that I make. So the reason I was bringing that up is that, like, I'm very, very isolated at this point in the game. And
I'd like to like make some kind of deal individually, you and I. What I can offer in return, like
I'm done with deals.
Oh, you are?
Done with deals and alliances. I don't even want to hear those words again in my life.
Oh, really?
No.
I can see right through Vanessa, and I'm done with her. I cannot stand her style of gameplay. Her word means nothing to me at this point. I can't stand any more of it.
But it's not my style. Like, I'm like organic, and if it's going with it, it's going with it. I like those like short-term, here's an action plan, but the like deals, alliances, whatever, I'm like,
you don't like it?
No.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm basic, Becky.
Do you mind not telling Shelly that I know?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sounds good. I will leave you be, and I'm gonna hit the hay.
Perfect.
Does Becky even know that we're Big Brother? Like, what the? She doesn't want to talk about deals? Like, what? I don't like Becky's game. I don't at all. I don't see her as being like a game player. She's more flavor of the week. Strategically, my head's spinning. She was unwilling to make that deal with me, which indicates very likely I'm a target of hers in some fashion. Oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Every other in this place just flip-flops and turns. There's something there. It makes me think I'm actually the target. I'm telling you.
I'm in an awkward position right now. I would love to look out for Vanessa and let her know that she's the target this week. But I'm the one on the block, so I really need to be careful to look out for my own game right now.
We just gotta get through this week. I'm praying to get picked so that I can't get back to it, and I will gun that win, and I will take you down. In fact, if it gets down to us two, you should let me win. And I'll put my hand on the Bible, I will take you down. But that way I can't get back to it. And so, but that's like best case scenario. So I'm like crossing my fingers to get.
Because if I get house guest choice, it would make sense for me to pick you.
Duh. Yeah, please pick me.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. My throat's been bothering me a little bit.
I'm worried I could be a backdoor target this week. I've already talked to Shelly, and she's gonna pick me to play in the veto competition if she gets house guest choice. And now I'm talking to Steve to see if he'll give me the same deal.
I wanted to ask you a favor.
Okay.
I've thought it through, and I would like you to pick me for house guest choice. If you do, I will gun for it. First of all, I want to win because I'm nervous about being backdoored, and I will take you down. I even told Shelly, if Steve picks me for house guest choice, I have to.
But if she picks you, you're saving her. Okay.
I told her the same thing.
Nice.
She understands.
Right, got it.
Do you understand?
I do. Right. Well, thank you.
But you have to.
House guest choice. Oh, crap. Vanessa. I hope I don't upset John and Becky by choosing Vanessa for house guest choice, but I had to go with my gut, and I picked Vanessa.
Shelly picks Vanessa, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? You're gonna mess up this whole thing.
So I blew it. Now there's a spot open on the block, and someone needs to fill it, and I'm really nervous that it might be me. If the option came down to putting up either me or Johnny Mac, I just don't see her putting Johnny Mac up.
What are people doing? Anything
out.
fun?
Yeah, they're all out in the pool.
Oh boy. Has Becky said if she's sticking to the plan?
She's not like really, I don't know, like she hasn't really said anything else about the plan.
We all gave our words, so I don't even know what kind of discussion could possibly be had. Johnny Mac's not going home.
Yeah.
So it's like a no-risk play.
Becky seems like she's a straight shooter.
But she hasn't said, I'm sticking to it?
I mean, she hasn't talked to me about, like...
Don't me. You're a straight shooter. Don't me.
I'm not. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not.
You're bull right now. I can see right through. I can tell.
I'm definitely not, Vanessa.
James.
I'm being serious.
Oh my God, this is the first time you bull me in this whole game.
You got a guilty look on your face though right now. Straight up, look in the mirror right now. Now look at that face. Does that look like...
Oh, it's the kitty hat. She has not talked to me about the plan. Only all the plans she talked about is keeping the deal that we came up with.
If she would break her word to me, I find that would be really f***ed up.
As a correctional officer, we're trained to get out of sticky situations, but Vanessa's coming at me real hard. The only thing I need to do is try to get out of that room ASAP.
I would definitely talk to her. If it doesn't feel good, then honestly, something's going on. I really am trying to stay out of everything this week. I don't want to be in there pressing buttons and throwing names out and stuff like that, so.
All right, so I should go talk to Becky.
Yeah.
I'm no dummy.
Yeah.
And, I understand Johnny Mac's a friend of yours. And so I'm sure it's probably got to be a tough spot for you. And I know that, it would just be bad gameplay for you to go for Austin and the twins right now. That would create a target with 3 people, so you're not going to do that. And you're not going to obviously, look at the 3 people that you're working with.
Yeah.
Which means that it's between me and Johnny Mac. I'm no dummy, and I get it. The only thing that I just wanted to remind you of was, I was in your spot, and it would have been very easy for me not to keep my word to you. I got so much extra blood on my hands to keep my word to you. Yeah. And I'm only asking the same in return.
Yeah.
And it's I really did. Do you know how much easier it would have been to put a pawn up next to you? I got pressured for that.
Vanessa thinks I owe her because she kept me in the game and got Jason out. I don't owe her anything.
If Shelly stays, she's going to, I will guarantee you, if she wins HOH, she's
Vanessa,
going to put up 2 people from your side.
Too. You're paranoid every week. I tell you this each week. Every week you get scared, and I'm always like,
every week you have to talk me down.
This is a game.
Okay.
Vanessa.
So then what you're saying is I'm not going up.
No.
Okay. But it's still going to play hard. I'm still going to always make my points, come up with my arguments, and be like, and this is why I think this, and this is why I think that. Because that's the only tools I have.
Yeah.
That's the only tools you have in this game. It comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
And so I'm always going to make my points and talk it out.
Wah, 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 wah. Please, Vanessa. Your grave is already deep enough.
Well, I need to get some food, though. I'm hungry. This has been a personal decision for my game. Vanessa, please take a seat. Vanessa, in the house, I have such a hard time knowing who you're with in this room and who you're against. I feel that you're so influential and you can spin amazing deals, make plans, influence HOH moves. But I have also observed when people needed you most, you dropped them like that if it did not benefit your game. And this is the reason why I feel that you should be sitting on that seat today.
I'm hurt because she gave her word and she broke it. I thought she was a logical person, not emotional. The way she just treated me was downright disrespectful. For no reason. If she wants to take it out and target me personally, she's doing it to the wrong person because I still have plays to make, so by no means count me out.
8 people will be voting, so I only need James, Jackie, Meg, and John. I break the tie, she goes home. But I'm not putting anything past Vanessa.
I'm hurt and confused about the things Becky said when she put me up on the block. A bunch of us made a deal last week before Clay went home. I'll make a deal that I'm willing to say we don't put any of each other on the block. Yeah. So I will give you my word. None of y'all are going on the block. Can you give me your word?
Absolutely.
Block or
give me your word.
Yes.
Okay, and you're giving your word. And Becky broke that deal, and I need some answers. Yo. Those were some pretty harsh words, especially for someone like me. So I would love it if you could explain them. So we all made a deal in a group where it was in our self-interest.
You sat me in a room and pointed your finger at me and said, do I have your word? I felt like my word was being forced from me, not given. I was pissed.
Well, it wasn't my idea, this whole thing.
You know what? I'm going to end it here.
Well, why not in that moment?
That is what I would do.
I don't understand why you're being so venomous, with me. I'm the one on the block.
I just don't feel like explaining.
You're a cold-hearted person. You really are. I don't understand. Whoa.
Find a way to cover it.
Why can you please cover it though? Everyone knows you're closer to me.
I don't want to burn any bridges with Shelly and John.
Steve was one of the votes that I thought I could count on in the house. And he's acting super sketch and actually really pisses me off.
I don't want to lie to you.
Okay. I don't want you to either.
I respect you too much to do that to you.
Okay.
You understand what that big line meant?
Not really.
Okay, think about it. I have not promised Shelly yet. Trust me, it's been on my mind.
If I can't count on Steve's vote this week, I have to look at that like a personal betrayal, and I'm very, very disappointed about it.
Go have a fun day in the pool. How are you?
Good.
Try not to look at my disgustingly nasty, ugly eyes. Have you ever seen eyes like that, though? Those eyes are the saddest eyes.
I knew I'm coming into this thing as the underdog and that I'm probably gonna go home this week, but I do have a fighting chance. Maybe if I pitch James a solid enough reason to keep me here, he'll go for it.
I feel like it's a super unfair situation I'm in, and the reason I'm in it is because I gave my word and stuck to it, and other people didn't.
There's some things, obviously, that has to do with Becky. I wanted to show you how she's playing the game and why it's so dangerous for everyone right now. When you HOH, she goes, my target is James. And I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, well, he's on the other side of the house, first of all, doesn't like you personally. If she won, she was 100% putting you up. 100% you were her target. I'm telling you, James, every conversation you guys had up there, she would go into this little room and she was telling everything to Shelly and Clay.
They are gonna put both of you up at the same time. All three of them.
Becky, Becky, Becky.
I knew there was a rat in the group last week when I was HOH. Now it makes me wonder even why I want to support Becky and do her bidding for her game.
Shelly or Vanessa, Shelly or Vanessa. Who's more likely to win HOH?
If we send Vanessa home, Shelly wins, he goes home.
For our game, yeah.
When I reveal the vote, the evicted house guest will have just a few moments to say goodbye, gather her belongings, and walk out the front door. By a vote of 8-0, Vanessa, you are safe, which means Shelly, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Ozzy survived tonight's first eviction. Now the tables have turned. So what will she do? Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Jackie.
Thank you. Jackie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Next match, Vanessa will be competing against Julia.
It's no secret that I have an arch nemesis in the house, that's Becky. So either myself, Austin, Julia, or Liz really needs to win, or one of us will end up going home.
Why do I suck at everything? I thought Johnny Mac had it. I lied to them last week. Blindsided them by changing the plan. Made a target. Their turn. Oh, like we're all going up. Yep, me and James.
I'm really worried with Liz winning HOH. If she was making decisions herself, I feel I'd be safe, but that's not the case. Vanessa's gonna be posted outside of her room until I go home.
Now we're 4 men out, and that manipulating bitch will get me on a skewer. Why would Steve believe that? It's Vanessa. She's the only thing that like messed everything up. But it's Vanessa. She moves other people. Vanessa's not just a person. She moves masses. She convinces other people to do her work for her. Her hands in so many pots and plans and HOHs and votes, and she has been behind so much of what takes place in this house. She's that chess player. She's that poker player. It's gonna take a long time to get that girl out again. But I've made a big move. I went with a big person, and my target did not leave, and I made it vocal. I will be #1 target. Without
What's the most important thing to you? Absolutely not Steve. I'm thinking Meg and John. Then one of them gets the veto, gets off, and then I backdoor Becky. I don't like Becky because of what she did last week. She blew up our game. I think it's a good plan.
So Liz says that her target is Becky, and I'm like, whew, all right. She's willing to get the blood on her hands, and I didn't put her name out there. She did, so this is great.
So there's not a lot of pawns right now left?
I would say the least threatening is John. Meg. You can make deals with John. He can win a lot of comps, that's a fact. I know. Meg is not threatening.
What if you put John and Becky up against each other? Because Becky went after you.
John and Becky's the best case scenario. Here's why.
Becky's gonna be great at a POV, and John can beat her.
What if she wins a POV?
If she wins a POV, we still have the option of putting up Meg and sending John home, or we can put up Giant James and send him home.
No. I'm not going home. There's a backdoor option. You send James home. Yeah, sorry.
Right now, that essentially guarantees us Final Four, unless they play out terribly. Like, strong odds. Today was the best day ever. I know. I feel happy about it. Alright, cool. I'm gonna scamper. But who were we?
Now that Sixth Sense is down 2 key members, it's unfortunately a dead alliance. It's time to form something new.
We're Austin's Angels.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'll be in the middle. This is awesome.
What?
Look, we absolutely need to come up with a name, so...
Yeah. Okay,
Austin, the twins, and I are already a really close foursome, but it's really important that we pull Steve in at this point and secure the 5 of us working together so we can control the vote from here on out.
Let's do letters. V, A, L, J, S. We have one
No, that's
vowel.
stupid, C.
Ugh. Sickos, Weirdos, and Freaks? The alternative lifestyle group?
No,
Okay, no.
what?
What about like Geek Squad, Freak Squad?
Freaking Geek Squad? Can we call it?
What about the HBICs?
What's that?
No, have
I don't
bitches
get
in
it.
charge. No, Steve and Austin are bitches. As I've been HOH, a lot of information has come upstairs about Vanessa doing sketchy things behind our back. At this point, it's really important that we keep the peace, so I'm just going to let her think that everything is cool.
What about the Freaky McGeeks?
I like the Freaky Geek Squad.
No.
We're not a geek squad.
We're not a geek
though.
squad,
We have
though.
Cool
But
people,
2 people
too.
out of the group have glasses. The Scamperers.
Team Scamper?
Oh my god, that's so good. That's good.
I love it.
The Scamper Squad. Myself, Liz, Julia, Vanessa, and Steve have loosely been working together for quite a while. Now, at this critical juncture of the game, we are finally making this alliance official, and we want to call ourselves the Scamper Squad.
Am I going up?
Huh?
Am I going on the block?
Oh, she makes her own decisions. I don't know.
You talked to her, right?
Yeah. I mean, I know for a fact you're not her target. You're not her main target. Johnny's someone that I would love to work with in the house, but we had this weird, awkward clay disagreement. You actually think I'm gunning for you and I'm in Shelly's head. Based on what?
It's just the way things are like coming together in my head.
And I'm so honestly confused. And I want to get it all out on the table and hopefully put this thing to rest so that at the end of the day, Johnny and I might be able to work together. You seem like you're concerned. And I'm telling you the easiest way route would be for you to go ask. If they're not telling you, I'd be happy to ask on your behalf.
No, I think I'm going up.
Actually, so like, let's talk.
Okay.
I wanna like, okay. Here's the thing. I wanna help you in this game. So like, the thing is like, I don't know exactly where your loyalties are at.
Right.
Like, I understand you have a relationship with Steve, and it's pretty clear you have one with Becky. That being said, if I tell you things and have a conversation with you, I need to know that it's not gonna go back to her.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Would you like my opinion about what you could do to improve your game?
Yeah.
The one concern I have is, I think you might have something against me that I believe is unfounded. I don't know where it could come from, but I know I'm not a bad person.
The whole fight there?
Yeah.
I felt like I was bullied at the time, a little bit.
How are you getting bullied?
I thought you were asking me to throw one of these 2 people under the bus, and I just had no idea what was going on.
Well, you felt I was bullying you?
Yeah.
I think to blame me for it is, like, unfair.
It's only coming up because you're bringing it up.
No, because I can tell that there's an issue with it with you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give Vanessa my feelings, let her know where I'm coming from, and she doesn't like that. She knows that if people start viewing her as a bully, she's in trouble.
So I guess what I'm asking is, like, are we on the same page or no?
Yeah.
Okay, you're using a word like bully directed at me.
Yeah.
And which is not a word you use with someone that you're cool.
Okay.
So that worries me. So That's my reason for needing to ask the following question,
Yeah.
which is, are we on the same page about that? Do you have any animosity towards me about what went down? Do you think I should have handled it differently?
Yeah, I don't like when you cry and yell at people.
I don't know what to do with this guy. Like, I'm literally trying to pull him into an alliance. I'm trying to tell him I trust him and I would love for him to trust me. But he is doing his best to make sure that I want to target him. Yell at people? Okay. All right. Well, I'm really sorry you feel that way. It'll never happen with you, Johnny. You don't have to worry about it. No worries, man.
All right.
Johnny Mac, let me tell you, oh my God, I got some mad info for you guys.
Oh boy, here we go.
Mad info. Well, first of all, I'm not entirely sure he should just be upon it after this conversation.
Really?
Yeah, like he...
Really?
Yes, really.
What?
No, he's like, okay. Like, first of all, he says, is she putting me up? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, she was wrong. And then he goes, just know I'm going up, and he has like an attitude. And I'm trying to like be nice to him, and he's like giving me attitude. This is what he says that really pisses me off. He goes, he says, but hold on, wait, listen. So he goes, and I was like, wait.
Okay, he's coming.
Whoa.
Win.
Hey, can I finish talking privately?
They're just talking real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay.
You mind?
Because we were just talking, it just looks fishy.
Who?
You and me.
What do you mean?
Like we were just talking and then you came up here.
Yeah.
We're okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm just worried.
Okay. Dude, like, no respect for privacy or anything. It just looks fishy. Okay, it is fishy. Now go. How weird he's acting. Wait, I'm not wild about the way things ended in my earlier conversation with John. I want to smooth things over and just let him know that I've let go of things and hopefully he has too. Don't worry, you're not going home. You have nothing to worry about. It's a tough spot, but if anyone can win a veto, it's you, and if it comes down to eviction, I highly doubt that you will be going home. I was going up to find out, by the way, when you walked in.
Yeah, I was scared.
I'm a straight shooter, I told you. I'll tell you if I'm upset.
Oh, you're up there looking out for me, Vanessa, huh? By looking out, do you mean like making sure that my fasteners are securely attached to the railroad track for when the train comes? I just want to take a nap. Damn it. In fact, I'd like the whole house to know that you are like my sworn enemy, and you're the only one that I will come after.
I'll take a nap now.
Is that the winner chicken dinner? Two HOHs in a beef.
Yeah.
Did John Mack ever tell you what his target is?
No.
He didn't tell you what's his target?
Yeah, right, he's gonna tell us.
So you didn't make no deal or nothing, but he was just interacting a little better?
Yeah, he was just, he's being nicer, and I don't know, I think that Becky's more of a threat to me.
Oh, did you see her jump in that comp? Like, did you see the beast jump? No. It was like the most, I've never seen it, like, it was professional athlete style jump.
Vanessa constantly having to game just reaffirms that she is very insecure. Vanessa, you're kind of reminding me of Audrey #2, and that's kind of scary.
By the way, I just remembered something else.
Yeah.
When James was HOH, if Becky was doing this scampering back and forth, trying to play both sides, when she would run down and tell Shelly, Meg and Jackie are up there trying to get you and Clay up on the block, but don't worry, I'm trying to redirect them towards the twins.
I'm starting to think Vanessa is getting too paranoid. When someone comes to you that's supposed to be your ally and they're nervous, that tells you that they're not the most trustworthy.
Put some clothes on, dry off. Let me go play a game of chess. Hi, Liz.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Why are you crying?
I'm just feeling lonely.
I'm gonna go put some clothes on and we'll go play chess.
Oh.
honestly, like, Austin used to be like my only friend in here, and he's like not even talking to me anymore. It's like I try to hang out with you guys, but it's like the three of you all are so tight. I always feel like the fourth wheel. And it's terrible. Okay.
Yeah.
So Liz doesn't use the veto, and nominations remain the same with Becky up there next to John, and I'm relieved.
So both you guys give very good speeches.
Although it wouldn't be the worst if Johnny Mac were to be the one to go to jury, Becky is a better target right now because she's a better competitor in my opinion. I just need to make sure that Austin's Angel stays on the same page this week because the three of us control the vote.
Vanessa's been gunning for Becky since she put her on the block, but she's had her run-ins with Johnny Mac as well. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Becky.
Thank you. Vote of 6-0. Becky, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Yeah.
Is Vanessa the best player in the house right now?
Logically, yes. She is so smart. She just gets the bigger picture. She gets the game plans and how things work.
So Austin's HOH, and this is literally my best case scenario. Someone that I trust is in power, and at the same time, I don't have to be the one getting the blood on my hands this week.
I like them. The only people I don't have fun with really are, well, Vanessa.
What are you doing? Austin's Angels. Okay, so here's my idea. It's a little tricky, okay? But this is the only way I think you get no blood on your hands, except for Johnny Mac's. Putting Johnny Mac on the block, he's going to play POV, and of course he's going to get a chance to pull himself off, which is bad. So how do we set it up for a situation where he's going to throw it if he does play? We don't put him on the block.
I think I can convince him, even if he's on the block, that he can let one of us win it and take him off.
Steve's up there with him. Because if you put Johnny Mac up, you have to put Steve up next to him. Otherwise, Steve could win the veto and take him down.
He wouldn't do it. He barely wanted to play last week for him.
My instinct is he's lying to you. He's very loyal to Johnny Mac.
He's a numbers guy. Why would he go against 4 people?
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. And this is not to leave this room.
Okay.
Okay. Johnny and Clay told me. Johnny Mac had told them that Steve and Johnny Mac had a battle too.
Really?
This information means nothing to me. But the fact that Vanessa didn't tell me sooner means either A, she's lying, or B, she's not telling me everything that she's doing in this house.
Well, that changes the assessment.
The problem is the pawn has to come from this room.
Obviously, you guys aren't going to go up. So it's got to be you or me. And it makes the most sense. I mean, you're close to Johnny Mac, so you would be a vote for him. As opposed to...
Wait, back up. You lost me.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm assuming that Liz's sister's not going to be the pawn. So I think that means it's going to be you or me if it has to be a pawn. I would do it. Here would be the problem. It would require you agreeing to vote against Johnny Mac if it came down to it. You want to make sure if you're going to take this shot, you hit.
Got it.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess I then have to decide then who the... If I were to do that, what pawn to put up. You know, if Steve doesn't want... I don't know if Steve feels comfortable with that or not.
How do you feel about it, Steve?
Generally not good about pawns.
Vanessa, I don't understand what your problem is. Pawns go home in this game. I don't want to do this for you. Please stop putting me in this position.
Right. Okay.
As a pawn, he does not want to do it. So now I'm caught. Do I ask you to be a pawn? Like, what do I do?
Imagine how funny it would look if he put me up. Johnny Mac's going to know he's a backup target. Because Johnny Mac knows I'm close with them. He doesn't know you're close to them. What do you do if you win veto? You're going to dump me instead of Johnny Mac?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. We don't have a final 2.
You don't have what?
A final 2 with him.
You don't have a final 2?
No.
Okay. But you are closer to him than me.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just really not comfortable being a pawn.
We all need to be willing to be pawns at some point. Like, and if we're not, then there's no point in being in an alliance. Like, then we don't trust each other.
I need a drink.
I'm watching Vanessa just go off on Steve. And this...
If it were safe, dude, do it. You should know that I have your back in this thing. He needs to know that you have his back too. I told him I wouldn't fall for a cold acting. I wouldn't.
I know Liz and Julia have my back in this game because they know I've always looked out for them. And I get the strong feeling that they know that Austin's leaning towards saving Steve and putting me up as a pawn. And so I better get up to the HOH room, handle things with Austin, or I'm gonna be the one going up as a pawn.
Like, and you have to go with your gut.
I don't know what to do. All right. So Steve will not play ball. He says if I put up him and Johnny Mac, he knows I'm closer with Megan James than him and Johnny Mac. And that's, there goes the trust.
Well, then send him home and keep Johnny Mac, who's at least loyal. I mean, I don't know, if someone's gonna threaten you that way, like, that's not the way you play with a team. Like, I'm sorry. One of them told me that Steve had said he didn't care about going up on the block next to me, but cared about going up on the block next to Johnny Mac. That should tell you something. That means that they're the closest, which means you can't rely on his vote. If I ended up, so for some reason, Nom stayed the same, and I end up next to Johnny Mac, you know you're relying on that.
I'm relying on Megan James too.
Instead, I'm gonna go home, and it'd be the dumbest move, because quite frankly, you have someone who is connected to no one else in the house but y'all. I'm willing to be a pawn. This would be not the spot for it.
So what do I do then? Someone please tell me what to do. Okay, let me talk. Can I talk to Vanessa for a second? Hold on.
Yes.
I want to figure this out. Okay. Okay. So then one thing I need to know, because this keeps coming up and I haven't brought it up with the girls. Did you know, because everyone has told me that you know, did you know that James was the thrower with Liz?
Yes.
So you did know? Okay.
Yes, I did know.
Okay.
Austin, I thought you lied to me. That was the only moment in this game.
I know. Well,
where
I did
thought
lie
that.
to you.
And I was so hurt. You understand how upset I was when you lied to me?
Yeah, but the lie had nothing to do with you. It was so
I didn't know
trivial.
in the moment.
But
I
your
didn't know.
name
I asked
was
you to give me your word, and I thought you and I told each other everything. And when you lied to me, I was like so confused. I thought that you were working against me. That's what I thought.
I know. No,
I
know.
did. And in that moment, can't you remember like that moment where we had this here? As soon as I saw the look on your face and I realized like, oh my God, how wrong I was.
I know.
I
know.
felt
And we had
terrible.
an amazing moment, but I went through 2 days of hell that still burns in me.
I made a mistake.
Vanessa has come clean to me, but can I trust her, or is this another game move on her part? This is a make or break decision for me. I need to decide what to do. I'm totally flipping coin on it with you and Steve right now.
All I can do is give you my word. I'm loyal to you. We had our is in the past, and it made us stronger. And I am so sorry. And that's all I can say.
Will you kill me if I put you up right now?
You got to do what's right for you, man.
Oh my God.
You got to do what's right for you. I understand.
I am in awe of Vanessa not going up today. I don't know what she did. I don't know how she did it, but Vanessa is a phenomenal player, and I have to applaud her for that.
I am shocked and so utterly grateful. I really thought I was going up, but at the end of the day, Austin and I do have each other's back and have come very far together in this game.
So Austin promised me that me and Johnny Mac aren't going to be sitting on the block next to each other. But right before the nomination ceremony, I saw Vanessa and Austin talking upstairs heading down. I'm really frustrated Austin went back in our alliance, but I gotta give Vanessa credit. I don't know how she's working this magic, but as a superfan, I have to appreciate her gameplay, and she is good.
It's no secret, Austin and the twins and I, our relationship right now isn't exactly where it used to be. But not being nominated by Austin was a great starting point for rebuilding this relationship into what it used to be and what it can be.
I'm really sorry that you were in that position, and all I can say is like I'm very thankful. I'm telling you guys, like I will not cross you. I have good integrity. I do.
It's not my best interest to let you go this week. Period. I may be Judas, but I keep my word.
You have been playing a masterful game. Assuming that game is the crying game.
So the time to beat, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh my goodness, okay.
I'm actually feeling like I could go up as a backdoor target and potentially go home this week. I need to win this competition to ensure my own safety.
Oh yeah. She's swinging the arms. She's got the little wristband.
Oh yeah. Got this.
So I look up at the first picture and immediately I notice it's Julia's eyes, Jeff's nose. I look at the lips, this one's gotta be Jackie. The thing about your taste in fembots is like no bueno. I think you need to let me get you some new options.
Damn, she's on fire!
James?
Your eyes, James?
Yeah, those are my eyes. You can't tell?
Jeff. Ugh, those eyes, I mean, I'm not actually 100% sure on this one. Oh,
nope, it's clay.
It's clay.
Clay. Woo!
She crushed it.
Yeah. I look at my time and it's 2:51, which means I'm the new time to beat. I know there's 2 other people to go before I lock in the POV, but so far so good. Uh-huh. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Oh yeah. Another one of these.
You didn't get to pick me! Wow.
I'm feeling super blessed to be able to win when I needed to. Feels good. I can finally get some sleep around here.
I just want you to know you've never been my enemy in my mind, and that's the truth. You really haven't. I just think it's so stupid for us
to keep going at each other.
Yeah, yes, and to let everyone else in the house keep building their numbers, and then meanwhile we're just dwindling down in the middle.
I'm dead in the water at this point. I could use just about anyone right now, and sometimes you just gotta make a deal with the devil you know that's not gonna be trustworthy.
If we want to work going forward, I'm down. 'Cause I have nowhere to go in this game. If you want to work together,
I do.
I have no one.
I do. I don't want you to go. I think there's something we could do about it, and I just gotta see where Austin's head's at this morning. How you doing?
Good.
Now that I have the power of veto, it's important that Austin and I discuss all potential options.
So let me tell you, like, bro, like, his back's against the wall. I think we're dumbasses if we keep Meg and James. As a powerful duo, when we can have Johnny Mac in our back pocket right now, so easy.
Well, if you use it, I have to put one of them up, even if they think they're a pawn.
So how do we do it?
The thing is they don't know where you really stand, so they're probably pretty nervous about what you'll do.
I want to know my instinct before we go further is target Meg rather than James.
One thing is, though, is that James feels for Meg like I feel for Liz, and he will be...
But he's a dumbass thing, because she didn't like him.
I know, but I know how he feels. And then he will be nuts, irrational, and if Jackie comes back, then they're... boom. James and Jackie together are scary.
How you doing?
Good.
I love that color on you.
Thanks. I like it.
Although my conversation went well with Johnny Mac, I sort of feel like my hands are tied at this point.
He doesn't want me to use it.
He doesn't want you to use it. Okay.
I can't do it alone. If I use it, him and the twins come after me. I'm just one person. Too risky for my own game. So, I hope you can understand. I tried.
Yeah.
It feels like to be like, oh, it's the bottom of the totem pole.
You're at the bottom whether I go or not. They told me we had a 5-person alliance to get you out.
Me?
Last week, yeah.
Oh, really?
I thought you knew about this already.
Austin, the twins, and you and Steve?
Yeah.
My back's up against the wall and it's not looking good. I'm trying anything I can to get the veto used on me.
Yeah, and like, I was looking for an alliance at the time, and I was after you.
I just wanted to tell you that we definitely want to work with you. It's just Vanessa, it's apparent that she's willing to do anything to win this game. Just gotta think strategically about when we want to take her out.
I just don't understand though why they did that though. Why'd they flip the script on me? Johnny said that there was last week a 5-person alliance to get me out. Steve, you, him, your sister, and Austin. Is that true?
No.
That's just a complete lie.
I don't know why you're saying that.
That's a totally lie. Like, I get it, I was a target, but like, was there a 5-person alliance to get me out?
What is he trying to do here?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just trying to understand.
I mean, okay, yeah. It was Steve's idea. He wanted to bring Johnny Mac into it. And since Johnny Mac was targeting you, he was like, let's just bring like the last 5 minutes so Johnny Mac can win and get her out.
Oh, so it was Steve's idea?
It was Steve's idea, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He orchestrated it.
Interesting.
Do you think we really wanted to?
Why did Steve want to do that? How would that benefit Steve?
Him and Johnny Mac are close. They're working together.
Steve's a guy that I was really looking out for in the game, and we'd had a lot of really personal conversations.
Your hair looks good. Thank you. Vanessa did it.
I just realized how fake a lot of it was.
Ugh.
And that he took me for a fool.
That's annoying.
Are you okay?
I'm great, Steve. I'm really great. Thanks for asking. Suddenly so concerned, aren't you?
Should I leave you alone?
Probably. It's a good idea.
Okay, I'll do that.
Steve, can I talk to you?
Sure.
So, Johnny said that there was like a 5-person alliance, you, Johnny, and the twins in Austin to get rid of me. True or false?
That was something that was discussed, true.
Whose idea was it?
Whose idea was it?
Who orchestrated it?
Not me.
It's you. And they told me it was you. It's all of them confirmed it was you, wasn't it? It was? You could say goodbye. You ain't got my vote. Was it you?
No.
Was it you?
No.
You could at least have the balls to admit it.
No.
What?
Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, you didn't orchestrate it?
Yes,
You didn't
sorry.
orchestrate it?
No.
It wasn't your idea to pull Johnny Mac in and orchestrate it?
They want to work with Johnny Mac.
No. They wanted to get me out, and you were working with them to do it. It was your idea to orchestrate the 5-person alliance to do it, wasn't it?
No.
I'd be breathing heavy, too, if I were you. Goodbye.
Okay.
Last week, both of the nominees were part of a plan to target me this week. Right after I was picked to play in the veto meeting, Steve comes up to me, gives me a big old hug, and tells me just how happy he is that I got picked to play in the veto competition. I bet you're even more happy when I won it. Needless to say, I have decided to not use the power of veto.
You okay?
I want so badly not to cry right now. After hearing all the things that John had to say, I realized that maybe I'm lower on the totem pole with Austin and the twins than I thought. I really want to make sure that things are okay.
Our actions should speak louder than these words, Vanessa. I had all the power last week. I could have backdoored you against what everyone was saying. Johnny Mac and Steve were the ones that were going after you.
I'm not mad at you guys. I'm mad at Steve. You had every reason. You had every reason, and you especially had every reason, because you didn't know.
We should have confronted you sooner, and we're really sorry about it. You know what? I'm trying to be as upfront with Vanessa as possible because she very well could have been the backdoor target this week. However, if it didn't happen, then it's irrelevant, right? Now we're just trying to smooth things over with her and move forward.
But the point is, him acting like he's my friend behind the scenes, and he totally has my back. And let me tell you, the level of disloyalty of that is like, and he has zero reason.
Is there any way I can help, or should I leave you alone?
I think this would probably be the time to leave me alone.
Should I leave you alone?
Yes, please.
All right, we'll do.
I'm very upset with Steve for orchestrating it and saying the things he was saying behind the scenes to me.
Yeah.
But it was even
Did you work out already?
I think I'll do it tonight.
If I have any chance to stay in this game, I need Vanessa on my side because it takes 3 votes to stay this week. So I just need to get Vanessa to trust me more, and I'm gonna do this by being brutally honest with her. And if she trusts me more than Steve, then I stay and Steve goes.
So have you decided is your strategy going to be to try to get the twins vote? Or to get the other side?
I can go up to Megan James and be like, look, I'm mad at Vanessa, and I'm really mad at the other 3. If I win this HOH, you know who I'm coming after. I think that'll get their votes.
John thinks one of the paths towards staying would be for me to vote with Meg and James to keep him. What he doesn't realize is I'll never go against the twins and do that right now. So if he has a shot to win, it's to convince the twins to vote with me and make it a 3-2 the other way.
The only problem is that the twins are gonna want me to vote with them.
Okay. And Steve, like, you've done me so dirty over the last week. Like, you're approaching my limit. If you lie to me in this conversation, that's gonna be it.
You never told me there was any alliance.
But you mean me, twins, Austin, Johnny Mac?
Mm-hmm.
We talked this week about you.
Last week.
Nothing happened with that last week.
What do you mean? The one whose whole purpose was to get me out this week.
That conversation happened this week.
This week? When Austin was HOH?
Yes.
Wow. I mean, what is this? Like, am I like in the Twilight Zone? Do you not know why I'm even mad? Do you not even know what I know?
No, I missed that part.
Oh, well, that's a pretty important part.
An alliance with the 5 of us?
Like, Steve, you're gonna go home if you don't clean
Yeah, I know.
this up.
Vanessa,
Like, what are you
Vanessa,
talking about?
I know. I'm.
Vanessa's a very intimidating person. She's in my face. I'm going home if I don't have her vote. She's putting me on the spot and my brain just freezes. I can't even remember what happened 5 minutes ago right now, let alone what happened a week ago.
Actually, I'm really glad you're here.
Oh.
Do you remember when you guys made that 5-person group? It was last week.
Yeah.
During Liz's HOH.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, dude.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand how you could possibly screw that up.
Then I'm wrong. That simple. Then I'm putting pieces together wrong in my head.
What do you mean? Now you're just like, honestly, you just make your see me more shady.
All right, I'm gonna brush my teeth.
From what I can tell, Steve's game is being blown up by Vanessa right now, and I feel great about that because it's not me. So Vanessa, go for it, because I'm on board.
What you're upset about is the difference in timing between
No,
whether...
what I'm mad about is the two-face, because you had that plan this week, and then you act excited that I get pulled for the... You don't even know how much it hurt my feelings. That's, like, so terrible. It's rotten. I'm so hurt by you. Hurt.
Basically, like, I just want to say, you're essentially the swing vote.
I'm voting with you guys, so I'm not swinging anything.
Johnny Mac may think we have a deal, but all bets are off until we sit down with Vanessa and decide what we really want to do.
He hasn't done in the game.
He's like a Meg, like he doesn't win anything. Like, he's a floater.
He's so bad of a player.
I know.
Are we stupid not to consider that?
My gut literally tells me to get out, Johnny Mac. Steve proved himself in double eviction to us, number 1. And number 2, he never, like, outright was going after you until he heard all this stuff about you. Johnny Mac, however, was. That's what I'm scared of. But also, like, if we keep Steve, if Jackie comes back, that's your number 1 target is Steve.
If you get in the finals with Steve, everyone's gonna vote for Steve. They're gonna always feel bad for him, be like, oh, he's a fan of the game forever. Steve's gonna win against anyone.
We don't know what's the worst part about this all.
My gut is very confused.
Who will she be gambling on with her vote? Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Johnny Mac.
Thank you. By a vote of 5-0, John, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
A juror's coming back into the game, and I played a part in each one of them going home. Either I need to win this thing, or I need to be able to count on Julia or Liz.
Oh my gosh,
Or is it? Yeah, one of them is HOH.
John! I really want to hear from Mel. John, you're safe.
I know I'm safe, but I got to do what I gotta do.
Yes, just before my eviction, Vanessa and I smooth things out.
Are you legitimately open to working with me when you come back? Yeah.
Okay.
Going after them no matter what.
Okay.
Even though we are working together, I can't let the rest of the house think that me and Vanessa are cool, so I'm not gonna accept this deal.
I really want to hear from Mel. I want this thing.
I haven't gotten a letter at all.
You're safe. I can go for a long time. Like, honestly, I could go for another hour and a half. I really, honestly, if I didn't want to hear from Mel so bad, it wouldn't be like that. Hold on. Hold on.
My muscles are failing at this point. My feet are starting to slowly slip off the platform. But at the same time, I know I'm safe, so whatever.
Woo! Yes!
Vanessa is the new head of household.
Good job, man. Good job. Congratulations.
Good job.
Thank you. I am elated to be head of household. After realizing that I was everyone's target at some point over the last 2 weeks, I'm ready to flip this house on its head, completely redraw lines, and anything's fair game.
Vanessa! I'm happy.
This HOH was critical for my game. I feel like I just went from the short stack at the table to doubling up and having above average chips. It gives me the opportunity essentially to press reset and redraw lines so that they favor me.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Okay, bro. I have to know. Wait, did you fall? I'm confused.
Yeah, I did fall off.
You did fall. Because I was like, if you were going to fall, why wouldn't you just take the deal?
Oh, I couldn't take that deal in public.
Okay, I understand. You're good anyways.
Earlier today, Vanessa approached me with a really interesting idea of working together if I come back into the house. Surprise! I'm back! Let's do it! Let's go! Let's go! Let's take these people out!
It's crazy.
Good job, girl.
Did I win that?
You got it.
No, but you got it. That's actually really funny. Like,
I love working with Austin and the twins, but at the end of the day, I'm a fool if I don't realize that I'm at the bottom of their totem pole, which means I need other options in this house in order to survive. And having both Steve and John available and in the house right now gives me a wonderful opportunity to make a 3-person side alliance with them that will give me a greater umbrella of safety in the house.
All right, we just keep the feud going. But there's no feud for me.
Yeah, me neither.
Everyone's like, oh, he didn't take the deal, he didn't take the deal. They're just assuming I'm going to put you up. They have no idea what's coming. It's going to be crazy.
Cool.
You slipped.
Oh my god, I can't believe it came right back down into the house. My worst possible scenario.
I don't know why he turned down my offer. It was really weird. I tried to do it. He turned it down.
I know. But the guy was like, basically said out loud, oh, I'm coming after Austin and the twins. I have business. Like, that's what he meant.
Oh, I couldn't even hear. It didn't matter. I wasn't.
He made a direct shot at us. I want to call him out. I was like, what'd you bring?
I need to do his best for my game.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want. What's best for you is going to be best for us, so.
Scamper squad, though. Scamper squad. What?
Yeah.
What?
We're the detonators. See that? Right now, hey, there's no reason why we can't win out right now. There's no reason. I know.
Before the eviction, Vanessa and I were able to talk through our problems and we made amends.
I want to apologize to you for hurting you.
Yeah.
I never wanted to cause you pain. I never wanted to hurt you. I never wanted to see you like this.
Even though, like, we have what we have, like, I can be a logical person and whatever, you know, and do the best I can to forgive.
At this point, I'm feeling pretty good about my relationship with her despite all the crap that we've gone through the last several weeks.
I'm gonna want strategic input.
Okay. I don't want to seem like I'm pushing you around because you don't know me. Right now, I owe you the world. So.
You're not pushing me around?
I'd be happy to help, but I just want to make sure.
Oh, no. We're partners. Like I told you, here's the thing. Austin and twins obviously want me to go for him because he's going for them.
Right.
I don't think that's best. I think what's best is the 3 of us. Think about it. Because I think you, me, and John can beat Austin and twins in any competition.
Let me sit on it. I know. I've been thinking about that.
Just so you know. Your opinion matters to me more than anything.
Okay.
The safe play this week is to target James. However, I want to make sure that Austin's been totally genuine with me in his intention to go to the final 5 with me and have my back all the way.
Maybe James didn't say congrats.
They didn't say congrats.
Even John did.
Well, they're probably feeling pretty alone right now because they're not getting a friend back.
Who are you thinking about? I mean, having Steve and Johnny as a pair. It is a layer of protection. It's an easy one to go after. But now the other part of it is, I know you guys feel really great with Meg and James. I don't feel the same way.
Yeah, but...
So you gotta respect, I have to do what's good for my game. And I hate, targeting them, but I kind of think that's the better game move right now.
Austin and the twins want me to go after John, but that's not what's best for my game. And given the conversation I had with James this morning, I don't think it's going to be a tough sell to get them on board with my plan to target James and Meg.
I just have a bad feeling about Steve. He hasn't come up with once about voting. I don't know if it's the right move right now.
Do we vote the person that they want out? I don't know where you stand at with them. We're probably next too. I don't know.
I just feel like Steve doesn't care at all that we're voting this week because he knows that they gotta. We just want to make sure that, like, we're not keeping him just because, like, he's gonna do whatever they want.
I love them guys at this point.
Yeah. They were trying to read me to see if they could flip me. And I couldn't let them see how close I am to you guys. So I had to stay very even. I was like, well, let me think about it. And James said, I love the girls in Austin, but it's the game. That's what he said. So that's why what we need to do is take out the strongest physical threats. That's why going for James is so much smarter than going for Johnny Mac right now.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Vanessa has had her ups and downs in this game, but after she reveals this information, I 1,000,000% do not trust Meg and James. They have been riding on our coattails for 2 weeks, and I know that if they were the ones in power, they would have taken us out in a heartbeat. I feel completely fooled by them, and I want them out.
But I think this gets us to the final 5, and probably the final 4. Austin and Angel, that's all I can say. Hey, come on in. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I want so badly to trust Austin, but I do have this doubt that maybe he hasn't been totally straightforward with me, and if James and Meg have some information that indicates that maybe Austin doesn't totally have my back, I'm open-minded to hear it out right now, and maybe that'll change who my targets will be.
So, here's what I'm struggling with at this point.
Go for it.
My mind is open to make some big moves. Is there any information you guys have that you'd like me to have? Like, that would help me facilitate me knowing what the best move is for my game? All right, changing gears. Essentially, I feel like everyone in the house wanted me out last week, and so...
Last week?
Yeah, I was the target. Everyone was under the assumption I was the target.
Like this past week?
Yes.
I was never filled in on that.
Oh, really?
No.
Vanessa is trying very hard to get information from me, but I know that anything said with her can come back and bite me in the butt, so I'm being very careful about what I'm saying.
I just feel like I'm forgetting, like, conversations are being dumb, but I really, like, it's making me feel like we weren't in on that at all.
All right.
Meg and James aren't giving me any reason not to trust Austin. So I need to keep up the charade that Johnny Mac's my target and that I'm looking for a pawn.
I'm just like trying to like figure out how to make this work and like get as little blood on my hand as possible.
Yeah.
I won't mind going up.
No.
Don't listen to her. She's crazy. She's losing her marbles.
Oh my goodness.
No,
no,
you put me up for him.
Meg, stop.
No, but that's like, don't even.
It's okay.
No, you please put me up before him.
Meg, chill.
No, but dead serious though, like there's more of a shot of me staying than him staying. Please don't put him up.
Okay, y'all are nuts.
So Meg starts crying and saying, no, put me up in front of James, and James is like, no, put me up in front of Meg, and I don't know if they realize this, but they're just giving me even more of a reason to target them, because they're like acting like a married couple that would throw themselves on the sword for each other in this game. That's something in Big Brother that you gotta break up.
If you don't want to use this as a pawn, if I win at HOH, of course there's be no front door, no back door with you. And
so that means you realize though with who's left in the game, it means you're gonna have to put up one of Austin and the twins.
Yeah, you know I have no problem with that.
Okay.
James felt comfortable enough to tell me that he would be willing to put up Austin and the twins next week. However, they don't give me any information about why I should be willing to target Austin and the twins. And without that, it means they need to be my target this week.
Thank you for talking. Didn't Vanessa, when I was HOH, and she came up to her room and she was like, if if you don't put me up and whenever I'm HOH, you'll be safe and one other person. And that was one of her deals.
Yeah. As far as like a deal, what I could offer, if you don't put me up, if I'm HOH before final 7, you can also exclude one person from being put up on the block by me, in addition to yourself.
It's a good deal. I said, that's the deal, right? You think I should go tell her, bring her up? Just like, hey, it's that
I
deal.
don't know how it looks.
I've nominated you, Meg, and you, James. This could be farther from personal. It is a game move. If nothing else, it's a chess move. And unfortunately for you guys, it's my move now. And if anyone's played chess with me, they know I won't hesitate to put a king in check, and a king isn't worth much without his queen. This nomination ceremony is adjourned. By creating this side alliance with Johnny Mac and Steve, I'm redrawing the lines in the house that puts me in a much more favorable position coming out of this week than I was coming in. I'm sorry, James and Meg. I decided to nominate Meg and James because they're a strong couple, not on my side of the house. I'm not sure I can trust them, and at the end of the day, this option will allow me to get the least blood on my hands this week.
It's funny that we kept her.
I know.
What's really frustrating is that 4 weeks ago, we decided to keep Vanessa over Shelly when they were on the block together, and now it is coming back to haunt us.
I want to give you what I didn't have in a similar situation, which is the benefit of understanding why. I am so alone in the game, I have to make moves that allow me to move up on that totem pole. It's nothing but respect for the two of you as competitors. Beyond that, you're obviously a very tight alliance to whom your loyalties will always be to each other above anyone else. I'm at the bottom of everyone's.
Sorry.
I know it's probably really hard to sit up next to someone that you've been relying on. I wouldn't even know what that's like because I've never had someone to rely on in this game.
Vanessa, I've never, ever targeted you. We're going to put you up. Like, that was never anything that I was going to be part of. If anything, the two of us fought to have you stay that week. I feel like I've been playing such a role.
Trust me, it's not easy. Like, I don't feel good about it at all. Like, I have a full body sweat going, all right?
Vanessa, I know, it's not that.
Me, John, or us wins. That's all that's left.
James needs to not win veto. I can't risk, like, my positioning.
I know what you mean.
If I piss off us twins, I've pissed off every person in this house. I can't. It would be the most dumb move of all time. Like, you do realize how pivotal a role I've played with every single eviction. Like, I have so much blood on my hands, I'm in this game.
You trust us twins would take us to 5?
I do. I do.
Okay.
I really hope James doesn't win the veto. If he wins it, it's gonna be terrible.
Me and Austin in competitions, maybe it's a gag joke, maybe it's just destiny or fate. But the thing is I'm tired of being next to Sasquatch in a competition every time.
What the heck? It's pretty much like my best and worst case scenario, both right there on the table as a possibility, and I'm the one of all people who brought the card out. This was the worst case scenario, James being able to pull himself off the block. Now I have to find a replacement nominee, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, I was right there. Oh my god, I was right there. Oh, for sake. Great. Super wonderful, perfect result. There is no doubt in my mind that James is officially gunning for me. So I'm terrified that he's the most likely to win the next HOH, and there's zero doubt in my mind that if he does, I'm going up on the block. Oh, well, there goes that plan.
You shower?
How terrible it is that I found Austin.
I know.
I want to cry.
I teared up when I saw that he won. Like, you're so pissed. But if you want to send Mag home, like, we'll vote to evict Mag. So what do you, like, you have to put up John, or would you put up, like, Steve?
So I don't know now.
Finding a replacement nominee that'll ensure that Meg will have the votes to go to jury is going to be tough. Almost anyone who goes up next to her will be seen as a bigger threat, and it will be a compelling reason to flip the vote on me.
What do I have to confirm that you guys are going to vote that way? Like when it's in your interest to vote out John? John's coming for you guys, and Meg sucks. So you'd be stupid to vote out Meg just because I want you to. Like, you see, that's my problem. I know what's gonna happen. The vote's gonna get close. Right. So it's gonna come out, and the vote is gonna flip. There's no right answer. Like, it's terrible. It's actually so bad. Like, what a terrible result.
James winning the veto this week is an enormous problem for me. Now I have to find a replacement nominee, and there are only 5 potential options, all of which are people that I'm working with in the house. So I'm gonna have to put someone up as a pawn, and we know in Big Brother, pawns go home. This is terrible.
And so I'm just gonna put it out there, and this is like, honestly, these are the only options I have, and I respect you enough, all of you enough, just to be very straight. These are my options. If I put up Liz or Austin, they're too big of targets. The only feasible option is you. Now here would be the logic, just so you know. Okay. You know they're never gonna vote against you. Yes. So you know you would have the votes. Like, how would you feel about that?
I feel like I'm a huge target too, because I feel like everyone wants to get me and Liz out, because it's like we're a threesome.
Or they want to break up the threesome.
Right. I just don't think, like, every time that Meg has gone on the block, she stays.
No, but the problem is that Meg gives James, who's a very strong competitor, a vote, rather than he's so much more powerful with her.
Yeah.
As a group, I want to decide, like, so I just want you to know that if the target is Meg, the only option that is smart is you as a pawn. Unfortunately, that's the only way I guarantee Meg goes. Your sister and Austin
We've won too many comps.
Have won too many comps, and Steve could get flipped. Whereas Steve won't get flipped if it's you on the block.
Okay, let me ask you this, Vanessa. Who are you more afraid of winning HOH next week? Johnny Mac or Meg?
Obviously Johnny Mac.
Okay. I'm not scared of Meg at all. I can beat her in anything and everything. Johnny Mac, I cannot say the same.
I'm really in a tough spot here. Austin and the twins are not letting up about Johnny Mac needing to be the replacement nominee and target this week. However, I have this side deal that they know nothing about with Johnny, and I can't let them realize I really want Johnny to stay in the game.
Do you think you guys can guarantee you'll beat Meg in an intellectual type comp?
130%.
Her performances in them up to this point have been less than stellar.
But then when is Meg ever gonna go home? She is going to float to the finals. We're never going to be able to. How are we ever going to take her out?
I have made it abundantly clear that Meg is my target and what's best for my game. But the pressure that Austin and the twins are putting on me is causing me to question my initial decision.
Wanted to hash things out with you.
Alrighty. I will just warn you. I'm just letting you know. I'm not in the best mood.
I just wanted to know where me and you stand at right now. The thing I'm trying to wrap my head around is like...
Do I have something personal with you?
Right.
Listen, we could have worked together, but if for whatever reason it never happened, now there's just so few people, my options were very limited. I thought of all people you understood that it was just a game.
Right.
I will say that I never had anything personal with you until people came up and told me that you're saying, oh, I'm definitely, like, I fully expect to be your target. Well, I would have expected you of all people to come tell me rather than tell everyone else.
The thing is, I don't read into the game like you do. You literally, you remember every little piece and you just hold on to what it is, and you're trying to play the game too hard. When I win at HOH, 2 people's got to go up. I don't sit there and say, okay, let me think.
So are you like insulting me right now? Is that what's going on? You're actually literally insulting me.
No, I'm not insulting you.
All right, man. I think it's best you go downstairs. Like, I'm gonna get mad. Like, you're literally telling me I'm playing the game too hard. Like, oh my God.
That's a respect thing. You're
Who
playing.
Are you, the expert? Did you win like last season or something? I don't know.
Did you want me to say you're not playing the game, Vanessa?
No, you said you're playing the game too hard. That's a criticism.
That's
you said
a good
I don't
thing.
do it like that. So what you're doing is the right way, and what I'm doing is the wrong way.
No,
We're both
I'm
here last time I
playing-
checked, so we could both be right.
I'm not trying to come up here and bash. I'm trying to get out what's going on.
James, there isn't anything personal before this conversation. I don't know what else to tell you. You're safe this week. You want to make it clear how much of an enemy I am. All that does is incentivize me to send your number 1 home, which is Meg.
So you're gonna take it out on her for me?
I just want you to know, so like, the more you piss me off, the more you're locking her fate up. There are only 5 other potential options for me, and I have to do the option that I feel is the best game move. And that's all this comes down to. So, unfortunately, Julia, please take a seat.
I put Julia up as the replacement nominee because Meg has absolutely got to go. Her number one ally, James, made it extremely clear this week that I'm his number one target going into next week, and why would I leave his number one ally in the game if he's targeting me? I decided to use Julia as a replacement nominee because Austin and Liz would vote to keep her, and I know that Steve will also vote to keep her. I feel good about my decision.
We're in a good spot.
Yeah.
But I need to piss some people off on the jury, I think. So I need to make deals and break them.
If other house guests are thinking that I have a lot of friends on the jury, then that's gonna make me a big target when we're getting to fewer and fewer people.
Funny, I'm in the exact opposite position.
Like,
I need friends.
yeah.
The whole jury hates me. This week, I mean, I went against Austin and the twins. They really wanted you to go up. And so I just wanted to show you, like, please look at my actions and, you know, don't let that other stuff get into your head, like, from before.
I am down final 2 with you.
Ditto.
This is the only thing that works for me right now.
Right, and we're covert. Nobody knows at all,
Yeah.
dude.
Steve doesn't think we get along.
I actually think that that's best, kind of, as well. I don't think they see it coming. That's for sure. I really don't think they do.
We're close.
Aren't we close?
The end is near.
It's insane.
This game. Maybe this is the time to make a big move.
I just want you to know I trust you 100%. I have your back no matter what.
I believe you.
Okay. We agree that if we went to Final 5 with Scamper, it'd be 2-1-3 in that case.
Right?
That's bad.
Yes, that's not ideal.
Austin would never make a move against those twins.
The thing is that leaving Meg and James is very risky for our game.
Okay.
If James wins an HOH, we're the easiest 2 to put up first.
And there's another piece in this puzzle. Incentives.
You believe if we take out Julia and leave Megan, then James wouldn't necessarily target you.
Or you.
You believe he really would?
Yes. The twins need to be split up. Because Scamper to Final 5 doesn't put us in the Final 2. I want a Final 5 that does take us to Final 2.
We can't do it. And if you think Mike and James are going to pick to work with us, you've lost your mind.
4-1. Meg, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. You told Vanessa she was not your target. Was that the truth? Because at times it looked like you were conspiring with her. What?
I never know how to take Vanessa. She scares me a lot, so of course I'm going to tell her that you're not my target. But always I would rather her be out of the house because she's just one of those people that always listens to every single word.
Vanessa tried to get James out last week. Will she vote him out tonight? Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict James.
Thank you. 4-0. James, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Wow.
This is crazy.
Wow.
You guys, what just happened?
This is real.
What just happened?
My head is totally spinning. I don't even know what just happened, but I couldn't have scripted it any better myself. James, my number one target, left in the house, and the only person I wasn't working with, the only person who was targeting me, goes home. And I can breathe easy going into Final 6. And yeah, I like my situation.
I feel like I'm so overwhelmed right now. Probably.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
No, I'm more thinking about myself. How do I survive?
Austin winning HOH this week is not desirable for me. He's never going to take a shot at Liz or Julia. The best case scenario for me is that either Steve or Johnny Mac wins this week.
What is down to me and Johnny Mac?
What do you mean?
We're like the last two standing. Do I try to win that?
No, strategically you can't. Listen to me. You won't go on there unless it's a worst case scenario, and I'll make sure you have the votes.
Johnny Mac will vote for me?
I can make it happen. That's what I do. Campaigning's my thing.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
I'll do what needs to be done. I'm scared that Steve will come home.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's gonna have to. Actually, he has no option.
We did it.
We have a good shot.
Yeah.
Do you feel blessed right now? This is majorly blessed feeling.
We're sleeping.
Okay, sounds good.
Right?
Sounds good. 300.
why, dude?
This worked.
One of us is gonna need a hell of a pep talk if we win HOH.
Why?
It's gonna be tough.
Let's do it.
We just have to do it.
Okay, yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we're just gonna have to, we can't come here to lose.
I know.
And that's it.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Okay.
I'm sitting at the intersection of two alliances. Now is the time to make this decision and take a shot at Austin and the twins.
We can't risk not doing the three of them. They would keep each other.
Austin's gonna throw this.
He's considering it. It's insane. Austin is an idiot. I put the idea in his head and then he realized. Shh.
I know. Yeah, I know. Shh. I never thought I'd see the day when you work with Johnny Mac.
At this phase of the game, there are only 6 players left, and it is absolutely essential that Austin and the twins get broken up. For Steve, Johnny Mac, and I, we can't go into Final 5 and allow them to have a 3-2 majority over us.
Time to make big moves.
Good job, Dan.
Thanks. Congrats, Steve.
So Steve wins the HOH, and this is my best case scenario because now I know he's gonna go after Austin and the twins. I should be able to sit back, let Steve get all the blood in his hands, and watch the fireworks. You'll get it. Now that Steve's HOH, if everything goes as planned, he's gonna go after Austin and the twins, and I should be sitting pretty between 2 duos that are likely targeting each other, not me. I could kiss you, I really could. I'm so sorry, I was so terrible.
You're fine. Win next week, Vanessa. The reason I need to win this is because I won't be able to win whatever it is next week. The comps change.
Do you already know what you're thinking?
Yes.
Okay. What are you thinking?
Twins.
Okay. Here's why I think that's actually a bad idea.
Okay.
Have you thought about it?
No.
Everyone's playing veto. If Austin wins, he's gonna take down Liz. If Liz wins, she's gonna take Austin down. If it's vice versa, then all you need is 2 to control the vote. Johnny or I's going home. You have to leave the weakest of the 3 off the block.
Julia?
You have to. You have to leave the weakest of. She's the least likely to win veto.
The Oz twins are 3 people, and the only way they don't get broken up this week is if the third one of them who's not on the block wins the veto, takes one of them who's on the block off the block. In order to make sure this doesn't happen, we need to leave the weakest competitor of the 3, Julia, off the block.
If Julia wants to take Liz down, they can control the vote.
They can control the vote.
And they would evict whoever I named as a replacement now.
If Julie wins, I actually think I could convince her not to use it if we agree to keep her sister. I will give him my word on my mother. He's on the block next to Liz. You have to go with this majority here. Maybe this is my opinion. I'm gonna respect whatever you do. I respect. But Steve, game theoretically, this is you can't risk it. Austin's very strong.
It's a risk no matter what, though. But Julia's the least risk.
I want to try and minimize the odds of that happening.
Got it.
You understand?
Yes.
Now you just got there. Okay, now you understand.
So that's a risk no matter what.
No matter what, we can't have the replacement nominee.
I've nominated you, Austin, and you, Liz, for eviction.
Austin and Liz are on the block, and that means Steve followed my advice. Although I love them on a personal level, strategically, this is just what I needed to see, because targeting the Oz twins this week will greatly increase my chances of making it to Final 3.
Julia, who would you like to challenge in the next Bowl Arena match?
Wow.
Vanessa's whispering to Julia, hey, pick Austin. And I'm just thinking, oh my god, Vanessa, if you pull this off, you're a genius. You're having them eat their own. This is amazing.
I would like to challenge Austin.
Julia picks me? What is happening right now? She should be picking John. Am I being played by my girlfriend and her twin sister? Is this the conspiracy by the whole house? Am I the target? What is going on?
Pick me.
worst thing that could happen from my game would be for Julia to win the veto and use it to take Liz off the block, because then that only leaves Johnny McElroy to go up as replacement nominee.
It's a smart plan. Think about it. It's smart. 100%. What's your worst case scenario? If Austin wins, that's your worst case scenario. So you need to maximize the probabilities of that not happening. So you need to pick it. You understand?
So Austin wins the power veto. Although I'm not nervous about being the replacement nominee, I am a little nervous about Austin's reaction to Julia picking him. I know at this point I'm gonna have to head inside and do some major damage control.
I'm really in a bad situation right now. It sucks. I'm really sad. I feel like I got played.
By me? Oh my God, you understand what's gonna happen now, right?
I'm going on the block.
Exactly. Was that not your worst case scenario?
I know, but if I would have gotten out John, then they probably would have thrown it to me.
That they would. Why would Austin do that? Why would he do that?
Dude, Vanessa, I know you think you have a good point, but literally what she did was so stupid. Like, because if she would have picked Johnny Mac, he would have had to go twice in a row, and he would have been eliminated, and then he could have thrown it to her.
Okay.
She was not going to beat
Johnny Mac. Austin seems like this. In the game, with both of you, you realize that he wasn't going to throw it even if he said he would. I don't know what else I need to do. Like, I'm a game theory expert. I'm telling you, but he wouldn't have thrown it even if he said he would have. And if you believe that, fine.
Man, the twins are coming at me like I played them. I have to defuse the situation right away.
I was looking out for you guys. This is the worst case scenario. I was going to save you. Like, I don't understand, dude.
He just told me, like, I was going to throw it to you.
That's what he's saying. I swear on Mel's life, I wasn't playing you. I was looking out for you. I swear on my mother. I wouldn't do that. I'm not an evil person. I was genuinely looking out for you.
I know.
He wasn't, and I had so much information I could tell you. I swear to God, I'll unload all of it.
Steve, not now, please, not now.
Not now, Steve.
Go away.
If you think he would have thrown it to you, why would he ever want to do that? He can't win going to final three with you guys. Do you not see that?
Despite what Austin says in front of the twins, I've had conversations with him over the past couple weeks where he's told me not only is he okay with one of the twins going home, but it's actually in his best interest.
And I'm telling you, you don't have all the information I do.
What does even Johnny Mac do if they win that HOH? The twins?
Probably.
Yeah.
Does that scare you?
No, I'm more thinking about myself. How do I survive?
If you think that man would have thrown it to you, you fell on your head. Why didn't he throw it to you then? If he was going to throw it to you, why didn't he throw it to you? Why didn't he?
Wait, yeah, that's
he
true.
Could have thrown it to you. Why didn't he? He's the liar, that's why. You were always in the way for him.
So do you think he wants Liz out so he can make it further?
No, ideally you. But one of you guys. I don't trust him. I never will. You're staying.
Or Liz.
100%. Who's gonna keep it?
You know, it just sucks because I'm not going to campaign against her, and he's going to do everything he can to campaign against me.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm so close to spilling your beans. I am so close.
Okay, what are you saying to them?
Oh, I didn't say anything. I just sat there. They were talking.
What, am I supposed to lay down?
I was defending you. I actually did defend you, even though I think you're a piece of right now.
What? Why do you know me?
You want to know why?
Yeah.
You want to have a seat.
Okay.
I don't want to yell.
Yeah.
Okay. Quite frankly, your intention was to throw it to Julie when you're down to 3. Do you know what you're telling me?
What?
I'm not sure to do the math. Throw it to Julie. What happens, Austin? What was going to happen, Austin, was that Julie was going to use it on Liz. I'm going to go up next to you. It should have been your damn worst case scenario.
So now you think I'm against you?
That is a huge attack on me. And that's like, let me tell you, I had to use every ounce of self-control I had not to just vomit on a plate all the information I have.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've been trying my best to save all 3 of you in every scenario I could.
I'm frustrated as hell about what happened at the veto, but I have the veto and we're both staying in the house this week, so I gotta make nice with her.
I'm not mad at you at all. I've been trying to play this up a little bit to keep us at odds right now. I'm still loyal to you. I'm not telling Liz anything. All I want right now is to make sure Liz doesn't think I'm trying to do anything bad to her, because I do love her. But it's like, I can't lay over and die. I have a family too.
She's just gonna have her feelings hurt because every girl wants to have that fantasy of Prince Charming gonna use the veto.
And I wish I wasn't on the block and I could use it on her.
I'm telling you straight up, I cried too. I truly and honestly adore the girls. However, strategically, this puts me in a much better position than if all 3 of them were here.
I know, it wasn't fun for anybody. Look at you drinking calories and everything.
I drink my protein every time.
You're doing good. You're gonna come out of here a beast.
That's the goal.
Holy dude, I can't believe we made it this far.
Right?
They gotta know that there's still a big target, right? Did you hear her speech today?
Yeah.
While my heart tells me, use this veto to save Liz, my head is telling me, if I do that, then I might not be here to fight for her anymore.
He's gotta be here to fight for her.
Yeah.
Thanks for making it abundantly clear.
Yeah. Do we just keep it simple and get rid of Liz?
Liz can beat me.
Right.
Julia, I'm a favorite.
Right. I've been thinking in circles these past couple of days, and a lot of what you're saying is what
adds up to what you say.
Yeah.
So it seems pretty clear that John thinks the better play is to have Julia stick around, and Austin wants Liz to stick around. That makes me the swing vote. I just want to be in a power position. That's just the way I like it.
Why not get rid of someone who can win the game right now?
I like it. Keep it simple.
I'm willing to do this. It's tough because I have to go against Steve. He hasn't said it yet. I'm guessing he's gonna want Julia to stay. To minimize the odds that someone goes after him. You understand that?
Yes.
Now that I know where everyone stands, I'm thinking the best move might be to give the twins what they want so that I don't create too many enemies right now. However, in order to feel okay doing that, I'd need to make some kind of deal with Austin and Liz that secures my safety next week going into Final 5 with them.
That being said, these are the 3 things I would ask for. Part 1. If either of you win HOH, I would expect the other 2 to be the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do go up as a replacement nominee, that I'm staying and going to Final 4 with you guys.
100%.
Okay, so that's the first part of the deal. The second part of the deal is, if nominations stay the same, and it's either Steve or Johnny Mac, it gets to be my call which one stays.
Okay.
And my third thing is, if I end up in Final 3 with either of you guys without the other one there, I need to know that you're going to choose me to go to Final.
That will probably take about an hour.
Oh.
Do you think Liz is going?
I would vote any way you want. If you feel strongly either way, 100% I will vote that way. So, literally, so then I don't know.
What's better from your perspective?
I will do the whole analysis for you. Pros and cons.
Sure.
Pros of keeping Julia. I'm more likely to win HOH next week.
Okay.
Against her than against Liz, I believe.
Yep.
I'm getting rid of someone who I couldn't beat in finals and keeping someone who I can beat in finals.
Yep.
Theoretically is better, although the way this game works, it might actually be worse, as you'll soon see from my pros for keeping Liz.
Okay.
Con of keeping Julia is anyone is incentivized to bring her over me to Final 3.
Right.
You're just afraid of Julia getting Victoria'd.
So that would be the only concern with Julia.
Is that sitting on the block next door could be a challenge?
You didn't think about this?
That's a scenario I hadn't thought of.
I know what I've told Austin and Liz at this point, but I'm just wondering if it's smart to keep someone in the house who, at the end of the day, I'm not sure I can beat in finals. This feels like a $500,000 decision.
It just seems scary to leave Liz in the game.
To go on the block next to Julia.
So you see what I'm saying? It's a hard decision.
Knows keeping Liz is a gamble, but she is a poker player. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
Sadly, I vote to evict Julia.
Thank you. Of 3-0, Julia, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Vanessa completes her 9th egg. She is on her final egg.
This thing's down to the wire. It's me and Johnny Mac, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm no one's top priority. I'm everyone's replacement nominee this week. I really need to win this thing.
Vanessa gets her 10th egg, which means congratulations, Vanessa. You are the new head of household.
Oh my gosh, you guys. You don't even have to hug me. I'm so disgusting. I can't even move my arms.
Oh, God.
So I've won HOH, and although I'm secure for the week, I'm now sitting in the middle of two alliances. I've got Liz and Austin on one side and Steve and Johnny Mac on the other, and it's time for me to choose a side.
I don't have throw it in me.
I know. I saw it.
I don't.
I saw it.
I'm like, you know what? This way too much paranoia in my mind, way too much stuff going on.
So step one for me, now that I'm HOH, is going to be ask Steve, ask Austin, ask Liz, what deals did you guys have coming into this HOH, and start comparing notes and seeing who's lying to me, who's telling the truth.
Okay.
What did Steve think you were gonna do if you won?
He thought I was gonna keep him safe.
That's what I thought.
That's what I've said to him, is to try to keep him in line.
Well, see, I gotta just check some facts.
Yeah.
I got a big bout of paranoia right before this thing started.
Here we go again. Vanessa's looking for a reason for who to put up this week, and it's because her paranoia is getting the best of her. Her wheels are spinning in her head, but she's got to remember, myself and Liz, we're her alliance.
Will you answer me something real quick, Steve?
Sure.
I'm just on one big quest for information, because information in this game is power, and more so than that, it's also justification, and I need a justification to put two people on the block this week.
Please don't lie to me, okay?
Okay.
What did you think Austin was gonna do if he won HOH?
Some combination of me, you, and Johnny.
But you have no other specific information?
Do I?
I have to think really carefully. This is gonna come down to it right now.
Okay. You know my honest guess on who Austin would have put up?
I don't want an honest guess. I said, did he tell you?
He did not definitively tell me who he would put up.
Did he say he would keep you safe?
Yes.
He did.
Yes.
Did he imply
said-
if it was a front door or a back door thing?
No, he just said I'm not his target.
Okay. And who did you think Liz was gonna put on the block?
She told me she'd put me on the block.
Okay.
Does the information line up?
It does line up.
And I want to tell you this now, just because I don't want anything getting misconstrued. I made a deal with Liz where I would give her and her sister what they want.
Right before the live show, I made a deal with Liz since I know they really wanted Liz to stay over Julia.
What I would like to ask is if you win HOH and I'm on the block,
Okay.
and you end up being the tiebreaker,
Yes.
could you break it in my favor?
Yes.
Vanessa, of course I'm going to try to pull a deal out of Liz. You would do the same thing, and you'd be a hypocrite to say you're not okay with what I did.
Okay. Okay, I understand.
Cool. Now you scared me.
Good to know, Steve. What that means is she just made a deal to send me home. At this point, I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I've put a lot of faith in people, and when conflicting things are out and everything like that, it's just not adding up for me.
Okay.
More than anything, I'm actually upset with Liz.
Really?
She gave me her word on her sister that she wouldn't vote against me, and she promised Steve the same thing.
She was gonna go back on it. She never meant to keep it. I just told her to say yes, say whatever you need to say.
Who did Johnny think you were gonna put up?
I just told him that if I can, I'm gonna take him to Final Four, like we talked about. But
You
not.
told Steve he was safe. So how did that work?
They're both. I'm just telling them that. I wasn't gonna keep either one of them safe. I was gonna put up you with both of them. I had to say what I had to say to make sure he did what the
I
twins
understand. I
needed
know
to do.
everyone has to say what they have to say. It's hard to believe people when everyone's just saying what they have to say.
Okay, but
That's the issue.
Miss, you're not mad at me again, please.
Huh?
You're not.
No, I'm just like
I was never gonna go. I can't go against you.
My instincts are good, and I just like feel like there's something shady going on.
No way. Seriously.
Hey, bro.
Apparently there was all these deals going on where potentially I was going on the block. Might as well fill myself in completely and find out what people were telling Johnny Mac and see if I can get even more information.
Will you answer me a question?
Yeah.
Had you ever talked to, in the last few days, either Austin or Liz about what they were going to do if they won?
Austin said he wouldn't put me up.
Austin did say he wouldn't put you up.
Yeah, after you told me to make a deal, I went and made a deal with him that I would put you and Steve up.
Okay, so you're saying was it your idea or his idea?
I had to. You told me to.
I did? I don't remember.
You told me I had to go make a deal with Austin and Liz.
You think is it smart to have a deal with Austin? For us to make a deal with him?
And then possibly break it. Yeah, maybe.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
Why would I want you to make a deal that includes putting me on the block? I didn't ask you that.
Okay.
Like, Vanessa, are you crazy? Don't you remember that you told me to make this deal? Like, to hide our alliance? This is typical you, Vanessa.
I trust my reads. I don't feel good about this at all.
He is bugging out.
That would be too. I had to leave.
It's about, like, look, he came up to me, he's like, I'm just really scared leaving you in the game. And obviously I said anything I could to stay in the game. If I won HOH, I would have never put you up. I would have put Johnny Mac and Steve.
One of them, one veto. You need a replacement nominee.
Right,
You wanted Austin,
right.
so of course you put me.
Right.
Right? And then if you already promised Steve you'd be the tiebreaker vote to keep him.
I would never have done that, though. Look what he did. He said I'm my twin. I've never given you a reason to doubt me in this game. I took out freaking James, okay? Your arch enemy. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Okay.
I've been dealing with Vanessa and her paranoia all summer long. Another day in the Big Brother house. When Vanessa's paranoid, she knows how to interrogate everyone. It's essential that I calm Vanessa down so that she doesn't jump to the wrong conclusions and end up putting myself and Liz on the block. That would ruin everything.
Look, Vanessa.
I didn't make him a conflicting deal. He's literally said, I'm controlling the vote. If you don't tell me what I want to hear, I'm going to tell them to vote you out.
100%.
So please don't question that. I
believe you.
I was on the block with my sister. I had to say what I
100%.
had to.
Liz, I believe you. I believe you. That's not what I did.
already put me in a situation by making me.
No, I've never talked to Johnny Mac about nominees at all. I just told
That's
him.
what you just said?
I guarantee. I promised you that.
Well, he just told me completely different.
That's a lie.
Because my name never came out of his mouth.
His mouth? No.
That's gonna start factoring into all my decisions now.
Yeah.
Who I can't beat.
Yeah.
If I go to the end with them.
Right.
So,
I feel like against her.
it's tough to make it against a lawyer.
Yeah, I can't make a case against that.
And Steve, like, it's gonna be tough for me to beat him.
And I probably can't beat my girlfriend either.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I think I probably need you.
Yeah.
I'm feeling confident that we can definitely get past this week. You know,
Yeah.
Final four and figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let's just get there together.
Yeah, dude, I'm down.
Yeah, why even risk it?
He told you that he was going to put me and Steve up
He
because
never said that.
he
He
can't go
never
deep
told
with
me
us. He can't
He
win
never
against
told me
us.
that.
And he said that you said the same thing.
I never said names to him. Like, I've been committed to you, and that's it. I don't trust what Johnny Mac and Steve are going to do. I can't have them both here in Final Four because they're going to take each other to Final Three. I've never been committed to anything they've ever said to me. So I cannot believe he's saying those names came out.
All right, so here's where my head is at. I know that the obvious play is to go for Austin and Liz.
Okay.
Because they are a couple.
Okay.
And I think I'm foolish to think you're ever going to take me to finals over Johnny. You'd be foolish to do that. Do the math. He hasn't won an HOH, I've won 4. Like, come on. So incentives-wise, it doesn't make any...
You think I have an easier time beating Johnny than you?
Yes.
Okay.
He's already been evicted from the game, and as liked as he is in jury, I think that he hasn't won an HOH, and he needed to by now. And he's a very loyal guy, and he's also a guy's guy.
You're afraid of that.
And I've also worked with him the shortest of anyone. And so all of those factors lead me to believe that he's going to take you and you're going to take him. So I might as well be in the house with 2 showmances that are incentivized to bring each other to the finals. The only thing I can do is make smart choices to increase my odds of getting to that finals.
Okay.
What's standing in my way? First, getting to Final 3. And what's standing in my way of getting to Final 3 is having people choose me, and people with lower competition wins are much more attractive than people like me. It's like all of us have done a lot, and then Johnny's like out here.
He has not won an HOH, right?
He's the easy one to pull along because he's very unlikely to win. And it's the smartest play for me to go for Johnny Mac after thinking it all through. That's it.
I just think this is the more risky option.
For you?
For you. For both
There
of
is
us.
a tremendous amount of risk for me no matter what.
Right. I just liked having the numbers advantage, and we're losing it now.
What numbers advantage? You had a numbers advantage.
We had a numbers advantage.
No, there is no we with the Johnny, okay? Johnny and I were on the same side because we had to break up the threesome. The threesome's broken up. I don't believe I have an alliance with Johnny Mac.
Okay.
Do you understand the difference? That's the difference.
He wants a final 3 with us.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
Something as bold and risky as keeping a showmance in the house going into Final Four, I better be sure that the things they're telling me, they intend to stick to. And the best way for me to do that is to go to Austin, shake his hand, get his word, and make a deal.
I don't want to go against you in this game, even though logically, Austin and I are not even having this conversation.
I don't think it is, though.
It would be amazing if we could make the deal. So basically, what I need is, first of all, you'd agree that you guys vote the way I want this week?
Austin and Judas will give you his word together, okay? There will be no worming out of it. It'll be...
Okay, so it's so the first thing is that vote needs to go. Johnny Mac needs to go. Second thing is, if you win the veto...
Don't use it, obviously.
Obviously.
Okay.
The third thing is, next week, win that HOH, please.
I will go for it, 100%.
That would be amazing.
Well, you want me to formally give you my word in a way right now, or?
Well, I mean, I feel terrible to ask anyone to do that. I don't even know, like.
I have no problem because it's true.
So you and Judas united?
Okay, Austin and Judas, you know.
Are there any other people in there I need to know about?
Not that I know of yet.
Okay.
I think it's over.
I've nominated you, Steve, and you, Johnny Mac. Steve, we've definitely had our ups and downs, but I absolutely adore you. You are a friend to me, and I want you to know this decision couldn't be farther from personal. Johnny, I have so much respect for you as a competitor. You've won 3 vetoes, a battle of the block, and every competition that you didn't win, just about you were runner-up. At the end of the day, I can't ignore the fact that I know in my gut your ultimate loyalty is to each other. This is a game decision, all about what I think maximizes my own probability of being able to get to finals, and nothing more. This nomination ceremony is adjourned.
My worst case scenario has yet again materialized for me as HOH. Now, I'm gonna have to find a replacement nominee and a new target, and at this point, I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna try to do the fair thing, and Liz was just on the block last week. I don't wanna do it to her again this week. So Austin, please take a seat. Your style is one of a kind.
Thank you.
Do you even know what you're doing there?
No, I just go around, I talk to people when I have to.
I'm assuming that you were gonna vote to keep Steve, but are you potentially not?
Well, if I vote him out, he'll be pissed, but oh well.
You and I could find ourselves with a showmance. Like, are we gonna go down as the dumbest people of all time in history if we don't break up Liston?
Like right now? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait a second, we're like locked to make Final 3 if we keep Steve.
Yeah.
I will shake your hand and tell you, Johnny, like, I want to make Final 3 with you.
Yeah.
That's it. It's my best case scenario now. So
Nice.
let's do it, all right?
Yeah.
So I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
We'll do
The
it.
evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say goodbye and walk out the front door. Vanessa, please stand, face the 2 nominees, and cast your vote to evict.
You guys, this is brutal for me. I'm really sorry, but I came here to play a game, and it's a game decision. I'm sorry. Austin, I vote to evict you.
It's official. Austin,
I'm sorry, Ben.
You are evicted.
I'm sorry. I gotta do what's
from the
best for
Big
my
Brother
game.
house.
I'm sorry, man. I love you to death outside of this house. I'm sorry, but you are an unbelievable strategist, and you're in a showmance, and I hope you
can't win the
understand.
game. You can't win.
I'm
You're
so
not going to
sorry.
win the jury votes.
I know that, and that's okay.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
I knew it. I knew it was too good to be true.
I'm sorry.
But first, in the wake of blindsiding the Oss twins, Vanessa is left to do damage control and plot her path to the Final 3.
I'm sorry, Liz. I didn't want to do it like that, but I mean, listen, girl, I had to do it for my game.
I know.
Sorry. I don't want to. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do so far in this game. Austin was straight up the best friend I had in the house. I know he trusted me, and that feels so crappy. But it's just like I have to keep telling myself that in this game it was necessary. I mean, he was going to beat me. In the finals, he would beat me. I was
really hard. I didn't want to, but you can understand it.
I'm a bad person, I know.
You've got to understand, man. If I get to finals with you guys, I have to win.
I know.
Otherwise, I'm never going. Do you understand that? You understand how hard it is to play in that situation? Come in.
Hi.
Just trust me on this one. You trust me, Steve? Do you trust me?
Yes.
Okay, you should. Just get down there and look nervous as hell. Go.
It's time.
Oh, this is so nerve-wracking.
We got this? We doing it?
Bam. We got it.
It's like a work of art. It couldn't have come out any more beautifully, and job well done. Good work, guys.
I really adore Austin. I so do. Man.
Vanessa, can we talk now?
Oh my God, yeah, I was leaving you alone because I didn't know if you didn't want to.
No,
I'm
okay.
a wreck. I'm a wreck too, just so you know. Evicting Austin was terrifying, but my biggest hurdle this week is going to be talking to Liz because she did not see this coming, and that is all my fault. I know I need to have a conversation with her, and I'm just banking on the fact that she doesn't totally hate me. It was hands down the toughest decision that I've made strategically, and the single most gut-wrenchingly awful feeling that I've had in this game the whole time. Only 2 people can make finals, you see that, right? And with the both of you, I had to make a choice.
It's just sad about like the way it happened, you know?
It's terrible,
Like,
but
so
you do see there's no other way. I feel so bad.
I couldn't even like kiss or like cry. I was just like so shocked.
You gotta understand, like, as much as I loved you both, you're in a relationship and
You're a
I'm
gamer,
not.
I know.
And so, which means that if I get to finals with you guys, as great as it would have been for you guys, for me it's terrible. That's why they say showmances can't go far.
I have no one. I'm alone. That's why I'm like,
You're
so
not
scared
alone. I know you can't see it now, but Liz, this is better for your game. Right now, if you want to win this, you better switch around.
I know.
You better turn on that charm and do what you can do. I need you in this game. I never lied about that. Everything I've ever said to you is 1,000% genuine.
I'm not dumb. I know I just have myself in this game. I can't stand Steve, and Johnny Mac is just whatever. As much as it sickens me, I have to work with Vanessa because she's all I got at this point. Austin came here as an individual. He made it very clear that he loved me, but he wasn't gonna sacrifice his game for me, and I can't do that for him. So I honestly like don't think of it like that. I don't have any animosity towards you, and that's it.
And I give you my word, on Mel, I am taking you with me, okay? It's girls and guys, we're gonna kick ass, and you're not alone in this thing. I think he would use it to keep us both. He wouldn't try to take her. It's stupid to take her, right? She has 2 votes locked up in jury and a great competition record and never pissed anyone off.
Yeah, that'd be dumb.
So we need him to play. Alright, so that's step 1. Step 2, once final 3, we'll go from there. But I'm telling you, I'm taking you to finals. No, I really am. I'm taking you to finals.
Yeah.
Because Steve won the HOH this week, I know I'll never end up in the final 3 with both Liz and Johnny Mac. So I'm freed up to make a final 2 with both of them because I won't end up in the final 3 with both of them ever.
This is the only way this season can end.
It's perfect.
Vanessa changes her mind a lot. As far as I'm concerned, I'm making this final 2 deal seem as real as it can be because I need her to feel 100% safe with me.
We're gonna win the veto.
Who would you like to challenge in the next Bowl Arena match?
Wow.
Vanessa, oh my God. I would like to challenge Austin.
Why? Why?
I start panicking. I'm like, why is she telling me this? And I'm like, okay, like, does she know something I don't? So she literally like just got in my head.
Was he mad?
No, him and Vanessa got into a fight, but you know what Vanessa said to me? She was like, Julia, I swear on my family, on my mom, that I wasn't trying to play you. Like, I was just trying to give you advice in the moment. Let me tell you, I have so many things on Austin I can tell you right now.
Not deny what an amazing game she has played.
I can.
And she
And I will. I don't think she played
there.
an amazing game.
Okay.
I think she played a very flawed game. And I can tell you a million reasons why it was flawed because I was there since the beginning of it and I saw
Yeah, but
what she
none
did.
of us knew that it was flawed the whole entire time.
I did.
Somehow, she managed to stay in the house even though we all knew what Vanessa was doing, who is in the house, and who's sitting on this couch.
What day was the 6th nomination ceremony?
This is the nomination ceremony. I have nominated you, Clay, and you, Shelly.
I know these days like the back of my hand, but this thing's a race, and that's the part that's killing me. I'm going so fast that I keep overshooting the number and messing up.
Correct answer was day 44. Congratulations, Vanessa. You have won the final veto of the summer.
Oh my goodness, I just won the veto. This is everything. I think I've repaired my relationship with Liz, and things with Johnny Mac seem to be on the up and up. They're both going to be looking at me to take them to Final 3, but I can only take one. I've got an enormous decision in front of me.
Oh my goodness. Oh, wow! Woo! Oh my goodness.
The two nominees, and cast your vote to evict.
All right, Johnny, listen, you put some very tempting offers on the table this week. However, for me to believe the things you're promising me, it requires me believing that you're willing to go back on a game-long alliance with Steve, which A, either isn't true, or B, is true and means you're willing to go back on a game-long alliance, so how can I trust the promises you've only recently made me? Ultimately, I hope you can respect this for the game move that it is, and know that on a personal level, I absolutely adore you and I find you hysterical, but I gotta go for the gold on this one. So unfortunately, despite how much I like you, Johnny, I vote to evict you.
It's official. John, for the second time.
Made Final 3! Woo! That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's celebrate.
My plan has always been to take one person from Liston and one person from Johnny Mac and Steve to Final 3. I like my spot right now. I'm pretty sure they'll bring me to Final 2. I need to make sure that Liz and Steve both feel great about our relationship so that they take me, as they're supposed to Final 2 if they win the HOH.
Big Brother 17!
Yeah! I kind of messed up, whatever.
Your speech was so good. What do you mean?
That must be hard on Steve. I know. Especially, here's the problem. He realizes he's had a weakness going into Final 3 now.
There is something with him. Vanessa and I have a deal, so I can really trust her in that she's gonna bring me over Steve. I mean, girl power, absolutely.
I wonder where we're gonna sleep.
I know, where are you gonna sleep?
I was expecting much better from Johnny Mac's speech.
You're expecting a better speech.
Something.
He knew where he was going.
But, okay.
He knew. It made sense.
You made a final 2 with her.
With her?
Liz.
I've never had one with her. I give you my word. Nope, I did not. I did not. Those words never came out of my mouth.
Are you two taking each other or something? You would have been foolish to not pull a deal out of voting to keep her.
I didn't make any promises to her with me.
Why not?
Why would I? I'm already keeping her. That's a big enough thing. I don't owe her anything.
But I mean, like to ask for her for something in return.
Well, whether or not I did, that's private between me and her.
Right.
But I didn't promise her anything. I've already given her.
Right, you made her promise you. That would be the only intelligent thing to do. And I can't blame you for that.
Steven, gotta win.
I know. It'd be easier for you to beat me than her anyways.
In round 1?
With the jury.
Of course. Obviously. This is why I made the promise that I did.
Right. I'm definitely your easier win.
100%. I'm not stupid. I can do that math.
I know.
There's a lot of history between Steve and I, and right now, I'm just telling him what he needs to hear to feel 100% solid. We've still got all 3 parts of this HOH competition to come, and I need everyone on the right page that they're going to take me to Final 2 if they're the ones who win this HOH.
I still believe you're a big favorite to beat me.
Thank you.
It's nothing personal. I think I did a lot in this game. I just think, A, people don't know much about it, and B, the things they do know about involve them going home, which they didn't like.
Right.
So...
It'd be foolish for me to go to the end with someone who's so great at quite literally everything in this game. I think if I'm sitting next to Liz and I can take credit for getting Vanessa out, I think that could be a huge step in me winning the jury votes against Liz.
I'm pretty sure that if either win this HOH, they'll take me to Final 2. However, I'm going to give this round everything I've got so that I can decide who to take with me to Final 2.
How about... Thank you.
So it's down to me and Liz. I've got maybe another hour in me if I'm lucky. So it's time to bust out the big guns. It's time for some psychological warfare.
Are your muscles tired? Yes. Mine literally aren't, I swear to God. Like, they're not tired at all. I'm in pain, but I'm gonna endure it. But this is what I can do. I can stay in the same position for like a long time. That's as physical as I get. I don't move. You have a way better shot in the next round. All right, 10 hours. I'm telling you, I'm not letting go of it. You want to ruin yourself for round 2, you stick around. But I'm not falling off this. I know. This is my only shot in the finals, dude. I've got no shot in the other one. None. Okay. Okay, you want 10 hours? Okay, you're gonna drop. No. Okay.
Vanessa wins!
Thank you, Liz.
I can't believe it. I just won round 1 of the final HOH of the summer, which means I've locked up my spot in round 3, and I've got a 50-50 shot of going to finals. This is insane.
How many people are here because of Vanessa's influence?
Well, I'm here because of Vanessa.
Jackie, what do you think of Vanessa's gameplay?
I'm back and forth a lot. Certain things, like kind of just going dirty, like I'm not okay with, but her gameplay, she is still there, and she's been fighting a long time, so I can see that side too.
She has been winning competitions and strategically changing the game the entire time. That's a long race to run, and she is still running it, and she is still not out of gas, and I am impressed by that.
Vanessa was going to work every day. She didn't come to Big Brother to hang out by the pool and be our best friend. She was up in her room strategizing.
James, it sounds to me like you respect that.
I do.
My whole thing with Vanessa is that she just wins competitions. So it's not one of the things that she's really fooling us all. She just wins.
Which is another reason for her to make it to the final too.
But she hasn't been fooling us all.
Sometimes she has. And then when she's not fooling you, she wins.
Let's hear what...
The best thing about being in the house was not having to drill people's nasty teeth.
Which makes the correct answer A, and congratulations, Steve. You are the final. And cast your vote to evict.
Vanessa, across 17 seasons of this game, I am thoroughly convinced that you are the strongest female player this game has ever seen. Your strategy has been beyond brilliant. You're such a talker. You're so charismatic. I, as a fan, so admire everything about your game, and I know you can talk your way in with that jury. You always told me that I had to make the move I could justify to the superfans and to my family, and I can't justify taking the stronger player with me, which means I'm so sorry, Vanessa, to do what you did to Austin, but I have to vote to evict you. I'm so sorry, Vanessa.
It's official, Vanessa. You are the last person to be evicted from the Big Brother house. I have to hand it to you. Show your hands, because your fingerprints are all over every single eviction.
But like I tried.
No, we saw.
I fought.
You did. You worked it.
I did. I tried my best in this game. I gave it everything I've got. Wasn't meant to be. I mean, you know.
You played an amazing game, Vanessa.
Thank you very much.
Vanessa has a surprise of her own to reveal.
A little bit. All right. So, look, 90% of everything I told you guys was the truth. I might have downplayed something a little bit. Maybe left out 6 years and $4.5 million of my life. But it turns out I'm actually... I am a DJ, but that's like way part-time. I'm a professional poker player, and over the last 10 years, I've earned $4.5 million on the world circuit. I'm one of the top-earning females of all time, and brought that game knowledge to the game here. Had to wear a poker face for 98 days around y'all, but man, you made it tough. I almost slipped up so many times.
You did a dang good job, girl.
You did an amazing job. All right, Jason, everyone's dying to hear what surprised you as you watched from home.
Oh, well, everything surprised me, but actually what surprised me is how great Vanessa maneuvered the game. Vanessa flawlessly got through this game like some of the greats that have played. You Dr. Willed it, you Dan'd it, you Derricked it. But what we did not see you do is really own
own the game. You never really said, I'm doing all this because I'm going to slit everyone's throat to win. You sort of just cried and said, oh, I don't know why I did this. I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry. And I wanted you to say, I want to bathe in their blood. And we never really heard you say it.
I love you for that. That is, you couldn't have said it better. Yeah, I agree.
Poker face the whole time.